Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome back to Lost Initiative, Star Wars Fate in the Stars Week 12. It's been a couple weeks since we did the Fate in the Stars campaign, as there was some trips and stuff going on. But I'm excited, especially since we have Jar Jar Binks in Scott's place today, at least for a couple of hours, at the very least.
Aha! Lisa's so happy to be here!
Probably a better pilot than Scott is, let's be honest. Poor Kyle can't fly his ship straight to save his life. How's everybody doing? How was General's Directive last week?
It was a good time.
Yeah?
It was interesting.
Well, yeah?
Yeah, I got to do some fun stuff as Urath, and
That's good. How many people died?
Might have gone on a hot date
Might have?
with the
Right, yeah,
cute
you-
dad,
you
a
did go
cute,
on a hot
a
date.
cute cop dad.
Cute cop dad. Did he end up dying at the end of the day?
No, he's actually
Wow.
still alive.
Congratulations. You didn't murder somebody. That's great.
Well,
Great news.
she technically did.
Well,
but
I'm
not-
sure she murdered somebody, but, you know. You win some, you lose some. That's just how it boils down. So, we can dive right into the session, if you're all excited to do so. Where we left off...
No, Mathis, I'm 0% excited.
You're hoping you're going to get that box open.
Do you want to recap first or sync Destiny pools?
Let's recap, and then we'll sing Destiny Pools. So last episode that went down was the plundering and discussion of the derelict Republic era ship stuck in orbit around the now dead planet of Ilum. Ilum, for those who don't know, was the planet that Jedi would go into the crystal caves and find the Force crystal that was calling out to them, that kind of thing. And then eventually, when the Empire took over, they just strip mined the entire planet for all the crystals they could, basically because that's what powered the Death Star, both of them. And it just killed the planet in the process. However, there was still something there that somebody had wanted, something that they worked for a few sessions ago. Unfortunately, the ship itself had been plundered by, space vultures, quote unquote, for many, many, many decades at this point. But there was still something weirdly left in that ship, kind of untouched, surrounded by remnants of Magna Guard droids. A box that had no discernible seal, no hinges, completely smooth and metallic, and seemed to resist any torches or whatnot that you kind of put towards it. But it had the symbol of General Grievous engraved right on the top of the box itself. Obviously calling to attention Maggie's character, Terra, who is a Magna Guard herself, and the interest of the three others. However, Wade or should I say Siam and Cora feel a weird sensation, a weird need to know of what's inside that box, but for whatever reason they can't get inside of it. As they attempted to leave, another ship had appeared. It seemed to be Imperial in nature. They did make communication with all of you through choices. You guys got into a fight and won. As they attempted to board your ship, you basically said hell no. You killed those who boarded your ship to do an inspection, kept one alive, the officer that was in charge of the boarding party at the time, and you blew up the other ship through some space combat before you were done with it all. We ended the session with Cora finding out that Kyle had at one point worked for the Empire, and that the Empire and the Rebellion are both out for him for some point, for some reason. That mystery's kind of in the air as to what's going on, and Cora was very, very upset to learn that Kyle had worked for the Empire. And
that he hadn't told me.
he hadn't told any of you, right?
Mm-mm. You knew he was wanted. We saw the wanted posters.
Yeah.
I knew. I forget how I knew. Siam knew somehow.
We
I
were in a
think-
bar, and there was a sign
Yeah.
that he was wanted.
Yeah, there was a
We had
bounty
a
board.
conversation with him about it, but none of us made a big deal of it.
Right. Yeah, pretty much.
I just asked him how much he was worth.
That's very true. You did ask if he was worth anything good. And then so you guys got the box. You fought off the perpetrators or the people who were after you. And
Trini. That's how I knew Trini.
oh, okay, Trini. Yep, that's right. Oh, yeah, Scott told Trini. That's right. I forgot he told Trini. Weirdly. Why did he tell that? Anyway, so you blew up the ship. You still have the
She
box.
thought.
Your ship took not like any damage at all, like a few pecks here and there, but because of some really good rolls and disabling of very specific systems on their ship, you're able to position yourselves out of their firing arc, but directly into yours, and you're able to pelt them for a few rounds, really doing a lot of damage. They blew up, and you were, you guys didn't hit hyperspace at the end of last session, right? Or did you?
No, because I believe Scott / Kyle wanted to go back to the derelict ship for some reason, but however,
Scott's not here, so we don't
Yeah.
know.
so we're
We
still
can't go anywhere without our pilot anyway, to be totally honest.
I'm the pilot now. I get to be the pilot now.
So now when you critically fail, we all just blow up and die.
Yeah, exactly. So my failure means you all die.
TPK tonight, everyone.
So the camera picks up and the black screen fades to an actual image of your YT-1760 hovering not too far away from the remnants of the ship that you just destroyed. The metallic parts are spinning and hurling towards Ilum itself at a speed that is probably very fast but looks slow to you, and you feel success. Cora faces Kyle, however, and she had said something at the end of last session along the lines of, you just seemed upset. I don't remember
You have
exactly.
a lot to explain to me.
You have a lot to explain.
Yeah.
Before we pick up exactly with that, let's roll our destiny pool. So, let me get that up on screen real quick for everybody.
I forgot that we were all rolling each other's attractiveness.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that too, actually. So that should be.
Oh yeah, because
perfect.
someone who was hot last time.
Cop
Oh,
Dad.
the guy that Maggie was
Yeah.
flirting with was also
Dad.
like
Yeah, the cop guy.
Cop Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cop.
Yeah.
That was also
That
on
was
the-
Eris. That was on the other
The
show.
other one.
He went
Yeah.
from dad to daddy real quick.
Oh, that was weird.
Thank you.
All right. So, the three of you, please roll your destiny pools.
Oh, hi Scott. Look who's in chat.
Scott, it's
Yeah,
your
I saw him.
replacement for now. That's who that is.
Oh hey!
Hey!
First
Sorry.
time for everything.
Right? That's all right. 1 versus 2. That's not bad.
I'm going. Roll.
Bringing the darkness.
All right. Dead
Oh,
evens.
all
Dead
right.
evens.
It's because we want to open the box.
The force is in balance today.
Wait, should we roll an extra one for
Nope.
Kyle?
Scott can roll when
No?
he gets here.
Oh man.
No.
Okay.
On the
That
That
fly.
makes sense though.
Yeah. Otherwise,
Yeah,
it would just
that's
give you
a
kind of
good
extra points to play with, or me extra points to play with if he ends up rolling poorly. It just it unbalances it. But
Yeah.
the force is weird. The force is in balance when Scott is not here. How weird. How strange. However,
Hey, Jaja instead of Jar Jar. Scott.
did he say Jaja? Really? Scott, come on, man.
Jaja.
Don't.
It's because he's caught up in Rara with me.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's Jaja.
Uh,
Oh, you disappoint
Here
me,
I
Scott.
am.
Even
Caught
though
up
he is the
in
worst
Rara.
character in all of Star Wars, you still got to know him. Otherwise, you're not a
He's
real
kinda
Star Wars.
cute. He does not get on my nerves at all.
It's all right.
They
Oh, let me
lost
scroll
so much
down.
money from that character because they thought it would pick up and be like a big character. So they made like millions of toys
oh,
for that character, and no one bought them.
certainly backfired. Yeah.
Oh, right. I got to scroll down on this one. There you go. Everybody should be able to see the rolls now. So, Cora, we pick up with you, actually, looking at Kyle as he kind of awkwardly sits at awkwardly sits at the pilot seat. You locked eyes with him and said you have a lot of explaining to do. Kyle kind of looks at you, nods in a understanding way, and I don't want to say he looks like he has like pity across his face because he's not looking for pity. More that he understands that you have a little bit of a grudge, maybe, or just a little bit
problem
of a
with
problem with it, exactly. But he nods and agrees. He's like, yeah, but not now. We have to get the hell out of here.
Cora is going to be selfish for a minute because she's been through a lot lately.
Sure.
And she's just going to go to the quarters and kind of just lock herself in there.
Okay. With that, actually, Tara and Siam, you actually see Kyle watch Cora walk away, and when the door to the quarters shuts and locks, Kyle merely just kind of, that sad nod of just like nodding your head but keeping your head a little bit low and looking to the ground. You just see him spin in his pilot chair, and he just reaches behind him, flicks a switch, and the cockpit door slides shut and also locks, leaving the two of you and Trini, of course, and the dumb droids here.
Oh boy.
Tara is just focusing on the box.
Yes, Siam's focusing on the box and the beer in his hand and definitely trying to avoid conversation with Trini right now.
Trini,
Like he always does.
Trini has been very quiet for the past
That's right.
couple
she
of
was
days. She was very much traumatized in a weird way, or at least seemed to be, with all the chaos and her life actually being at risk multiple times in the course of 24 hours. While she seemed very eager to get her hands dirty and live this pirate life, once the reality of what this pirate life, and I use air quotes, kind of when I say pirate life hits her, her fight or flight picked up and she flew. More or less. She hid, she stayed quiet, and through some pep talks, through Siam especially, she was able to at least join you on the derelict ship. Now,
Oh boy.
but Trini, however, stays quiet. She looks to, as she watches Cora lock herself in a room and then subsequently Kyle lock himself in the cockpit, she looks to Siam mostly with a confused look and an expecting look.
Mom and Dad are fighting again.
She's like, what? What now?
No idea. Maybe that's Cora's way of kicking him in the balls for kicking us out of the airlock. I don't know. Because I don't think I was really listening, and I don't think I know what they were talking about at that point. We're all pretty like...
Shooken up.
Wait, where's this tied-up officer? Is he just chilling with us right here?
Wherever you left him, I assume you leave him where the other guy what you had tied up at one point was similarly. Here there was like a room I think you were using that you kind of plopped him in.
Yeah,
but,
we have an extra room. To put
yeah.
him in.
If you want to, you like, I assume he's there. But if you want him here, like, you just let me know where you ended up putting him.
No,
I would have dragged him into the quarters and started talking to him about Rara. I'm an idiot. That's what I would have done.
Okay, we'll get to that.
That's 100% what Cora would have done.
Okay, we'll cut to that in a moment. Does actually Siam talk to Trini, or does Tara talk to Trini, or do you guys talk to each other? I mean, I know Tara has the box, and that is just all Tara can process.
Yeah,
right
when
now.
Trini asks where we're going and Siam answers her like that, Tara answers with, because she's thinking about the box.
We will go to our next destination. Then we will find a device to open this box.
We definitely do need to figure out how to get into that box. In the meantime, and I'm just going to crack open a nice cold Ithorian pale ale and pass it over to her. And say, cheers to another mission survived. And you're first.
She gives a half-hearted smile, but does not decline the drink, and takes it and takes a couple and starts to begin to sip it. Not nurse it, so to speak, but she's not chugging it either.
You ever tried one of
Yes,
these? You
I
don't
am
turn
surprised you survived. Your survival percentage accuracy is roughly 22%.
Hey, that's higher than mine. Drinking on the job apparently lowers the percent of survival.
When you say that to her, Tara, and she immediately puts her lips to the bottle and begins to take bigger swigs of that Ithorian pale ale.
This is bad. She's going to become Siam 2.0 before this is all said and done.
Killing cops and getting wasted.
Yep.
Well, the second one especially. The first one occasionally. It's a particularly rough day. They left the droids that we were trying to fix, right? So could we go back to working on those droids?
Yeah, that the dumb droids are probably still doing things with them and working on them.
So I
in the,
imagine
like-
that we're going to work on that and
Sure.
just have a lighthearted conversation. Tara, unless you have some more to...
No, I think if someone talks to her, she'll talk back. But she's a robot. She doesn't have much to say.
Siam will again always give you a drink whenever he has one. He will always offer one to you just to see what you do each time.
You hand her another drink, and she's still holding the box. She, like, clinks mugs with clinks drinks with all of you, and stands there confusedly. Not really confusedly, just like looking back at the box again.
Love it every time.
Fantastic. Well, as the three of you disperse and start working on the droids and chatting and the like, we hard cut to Cora, who presumably, like you said, you dragged the officer who's tied up into the quarters. The door shuts and locks. He stands there awkwardly and kind of looks to you like, what are you hoping to do here? Do you command him to sit anywhere, or do you let him stand? And what do you do, Cora?
I probably shoved him onto the floor, like
Sure.
pushed him flat on his ass onto the floor.
Couple of stumbled steps and of his boots against the metal before the clang of his ass connecting with the with the floor.
He's
And
got a metal ass.
He is got a metal ass. What can I say? Ass transplant. Before he'll push himself up against the wall.
He's
And,
wearing an chastity belt. Sorry.
Oh,
Had to be said.
Oh, hey.
oh.
Eventually, he'll lock eyes with you and just kind of shake his head. He's like, "What do you want?"
Well, I'm not particularly fond of hurting people. Killing people isn't my business. Sir, what was your name?
Did he give a name last time? I don't think he did. Did he? Or you didn't ask?
I don't remember.
I don't have a name for him.
His name.
I had names for him, but they weren't the names he gave us.
So he just. Yeah, that's true.
I just have him as lead trooper.
He just looks up to you and goes, Officer Zoran.
Ah.
Zaron.
Mr. Zoran, I don't know if you know how much pleasure it brought me to watch your ship explode. I don't know if you know the significance of that kind of thing bringing me pleasure, but I am willing to go across this universe pleasuring myself on all your ships. Sorry, that came out wrong. But
That's great. What are you talking about?
pleasuring myself.
I am.
How
She
are
wants
you,
to go across the
doing the
galaxy, pleasuring herself.
On every one of his ships.
Hey,
Reliving that pleasure with the rest of your crew.
We're not kink shaming.
I will keep you alive. I will make you watch until you bring me Rara.
So that's your
I
plan
might
then?
like watching that.
That's true. So he's like, so that's your plan then, to take this little ship of yours and
This little ship of ours destroyed that big ship of yours. Don't talk shit about the little ship.
if you'd let me finish, to take this little ship of yours and hunt down individual transport ships of the Imperial Navy and blow them up.
I'll find a way.
What do you want?
Rara.
The name
She
rings.
shoves the picture in his face again.
He again kind of recoils when you do so, and kind of like shoves his face kind of against the picture. He's like, just get that damn thing out of my face. I told you everything I know about that person.
Okay, you're gonna help me find him. You're gonna do everything in your power to help me find him. And I'm a nice lady. I will make sure you are comfortable. I will make sure you survive this. I will make sure that you see people that you love again. But you're going to help me locate this man.
Can you give me a coercion check? But because you blew up his ship and he's tied up and he's pretty helpless, you're only going to give it's only going to be against one purple dice. So it's
Can it be negotiation instead?
You threatened him about how you're going to pleasure yourself across the galaxy blowing up his ships.
What a threat.
And making him watch it.
Yeah, and making him watch. So that's more of a coercion check than anything.
That's flirting, Mike. That's flirting.
That's flirting. Oh wow, Star Wars flirting.
Watch
is-
me pleasure
Hey, that's
myself across
charm.
the galaxy.
That's a charm. Okay,
Charmful.
I see that as a charm. She should be able to roll charm.
Watch me pleasure myself across the galaxy, Imperial officer. How dare you?
Oh
Oh
yeah.
my god.
No.
Lots
What?
of advantages.
Oh, and that's an easy roll too. Oh,
Yeah, it's alright. It happens.
rough life, man.
So he just kind of looks up to you and he's like, "That's going to go against everything that I believe in. Everything I believe will bring peace to this galaxy.
Damn it,
everything
he's a
I believe-
virgin.
everything that I believe is right in this world.
What is so important about this man that this goes against everything that you believe in?
If you believe this man is part of the Imperial Navy, then keeping him safe from traitorous rebels like you means more to me.
I don't believe that he's part of the Empire.
Then why
I
would I
believe
know
the
anything about him?
Empire has him. Because you already told me that you know about him. How stupid do you think I am? How stupid
Refresh my memory, little girl. What did I say?
that you've met him
That
recently,
that I've seen his face?
that you were in the same place as him
Just because
recently.
one sees and recognizes a face does not mean that I know every aspect of
You
where
still
he
haven't
is.
told me where you saw him.
On an Imperial vessel at some point. He was Oh, Rara is what you said. You've already used his name, right?
Yeah.
You said Rara, so yeah. I just
Yes,
want to make sure
I
I'm not
have.
saying Rara out loud as though it's like he knows his name accidentally.
Oh,
want-
Rah Johnson, age 34.
You want to know more about your precious Rara and where I saw him? You're gonna have to do a little more for me than threaten my life.
I'm willing to negotiate.
Then we may be able to speak yet.
What do you
have-
want from me?
What do you have to offer?
She offered a lot.
The sky's the limit.
She did. She offered a galaxy tour of pleasure, a pleasure cruise.
You've been to Pleasure Town, but have you ever been to Pleasure Universe?
I'm just saying, like, damn, son.
I fumbled, okay? I fumbled.
I loved it.
If I'm allowed free and back into the arms of the Empire, I can promise you at the very least
In
this.
the arms of
The Empire. I can promise you this. Your ship, documents, all that stuff that you gave me, I will hand over my data pad, and you will be able to clear all records of such.
I can just take it from you and do it now.
Sure, but then I won't work with you. Or-
What else are you offering?
I can give you the name of the ship, the people I saw him with, and where in the galaxy I saw him.
Well, I mean, you're pretty important to the Empire.
I'm an officer. There are lots of us, but I have worked hard.
Yeah, you're going to locate him for me now. You're going to get me in touch with this man, and then we're going to do the stuff that you want to do.
I can't promise you that. I don't know you through a hole in the wall, and let's be honest, you clearly don't trust the Empire. Most people don't.
I tell you what, I'm going to show you a few days of hospitality, and I promise you're going to change your mind.
Not chorus hospitality.
No, not chorus hospitality.
I can offer
I'm gonna
you.
show you to some hospitality.
When you say that, he's like, we can make it easier.
Yeah.
Have in mind.
You could let me.
I know.
846521.
You have a wanted criminal on your ship. I'm sure we could do a hostage exchange.
Jam, son. I don't know what to say.
What
We
I know
get-
about Kyle.
We get Rah first, and I will send Kyle with you once Rah is safely on my ship.
And how can I have your word on that? How do I know? I am tied up. You can literally say anything to me, and
Because I'll wait on the ship that he is transported from until you get there safely with Kyle.
I would need to be freed back into the Empire, though. I can't get their records from here. And they are certainly not going to allow me to just get information when one of their ships goes missing.
How do I know I can trust you?
Because I'm a man of my word. I'm an Imperial officer.
Although I know those aren't mutually exclusive. I do know that that is really not evidence for your case.
Everybody hates us. All because we try to bring peace to this galaxy.
Bring peace. I watched them strike down my innocent uncle
Who was your
before my eyes.
uncle? Who was your uncle?
A farmer.
What was his name?
I don't see why that's pertinent.
Because I have a hard time believing that your uncle was struck down for no reason, a farmer.
He had completely complied with everything that the Empire asked of him, and they shot him. They shot him in both legs. I don't even know if he's alive. I don't know how to get a hold of him. I can't trust the Empire. I have never been given evidence that I can trust anything the Empire says. So this is going to lean in my favor. I'm going to make sure that you get the things that you want, but we are going to do them my way. And I will show you that I am a woman of my word over the next few days.
He takes a minute.
Like we're going anywhere.
He takes a minute. Mind you, the look on his face isn't incredulous, nor is it condescending in any way. It's more of that of interest. As he listens to you talk, it doesn't seem like he's brushing off the things that you're saying. Because it's clear that he's in no position really to negotiate, but it's also clear to him that he can provide things for you that you can't attain otherwise. So you're kind of at a weird stalemate with you having a little bit more power than he has in the current situation. He straightens himself up against the wall and kind of sits himself in a proper posture. Then we both have something to prove to one another. Cora, you are a woman of drive. You want something and you will do, so it seems, anything in your power to get it, for those you care about at least. I, on the other hand, am very similar. I lost everything in the First Galactic Civil War. I am a man who had nothing. I enlisted as a rank trooper, and through hard work and determination, I worked myself to officer. You seem to be following those footsteps on just the opposite side of the line. If we go through with both things, I get you information on Rara, and I find out where he is, and I can give you the information you so desperately desire. And you, in turn, provide that of which you are promising me. Once we've proven to each other that our words can be trusted, I am willing to get information about your uncle. I am willing to find everything I can about him, whether he's alive or dead. And if he is alive, get him to safety and get him to you. I can do that.
Okay.
And maybe if you see that every group of organized military or government has its own strands of less than tolerable people. Those who step outside their jurisdiction and commit atrocities of war. Not everybody's like that. I was sent here on a mission, following orders to find something on that ship. Something that, as far as we can tell, wasn't there. But, as luck would have it, we found something else. The criminal that you harbor. We can work together, Cora. I'll give you everything I know, and let me put my first good foot forward. Untie my hands. You do not have to untie my feet. Pat me down for weapons if you need. Give me your data pad when you feel comfortable. And sit down and let's talk. And I will start doing what I can and giving you the information that I have.
All right, pause game for a second. I need to look at the ship.
Sure. That's got to be, it's got to put that on the...
Free fall, there it is.
Yeah.
Is there any way
Free fall.
that we can turn any of these rooms into like a prisoner cell? A comfortable, but not gonna get out of there without us letting you out prisoner cell.
I'm sure you guys could pretty much put something together.
What we did
quickly.
last time was we strapped someone in the passenger seat.
Well, I want him to be able to move around. Like, I want him to feel like he's being taken care of.
We can give him Kyle's quarters.
We're doing
Give him
it.
the captain's quarters.
We're doing it.
No, there's
Well, except for no, there's
there's
controls
terminals in there that you wouldn't want him to access.
Damn it.
I think the only way to make him comfortable would be to let him sleep in the crew's quarters.
I'm thinking actually the passenger seating area. I
That's
can
what I
like
thought
That's when
originally.
we tied the one guy up as passenger.
Yeah.
Area.
That's what we did last time.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you meant the the co-pilot chair for some reason. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, passenger room was what
Yeah,
we
okay.
locked him in the passenger's room because you couldn't
All right.
get out.
All right, Z. You're going to follow me. I'm going to take you to where you're going to be staying. You will be locked in there, but you will want for nothing.
He will push us back up against the wall and use his feet to kind of like stand
I'll help
himself
him up.
Yep,
I'll
if
help
you're
him
welcome
up,
to.
yeah.
Yeah, he accepts your help. He actually does. He thanks you for it, and
I will unbind you there.
he nods and just kind of looks you in the eye and says, "Lead the way,"
And I take him there.
and he follows.
I as I'm walking by, Siam, I'm gonna be like, he's staying in in passenger seating.
What?
He's not to come out, but you are not to harm him.
I didn't harm the last one.
I'm gonna say the same words to everybody, Siam.
Say it to everyone but Tara, if you would.
Okay.
Good, thank you.
I'm gonna
What are
say
we
it
not
to
saying to
Tara. I'm going to say it to Tara. It doesn't matter.
Listen, are you? Did you get anything out of him?
Hey, Tara.
Tara walks over.
Nobody's to harm this man without my say so.
Tara's gonna look at the guy. He doesn't have anything like that's defining on him other than that he's wearing.
Yep, he's pretty much your standard issue kind of Imperial officer. The gray uniform, the blue and red badges on his chest.
Okay, so Cora, go ahead, lock him up, and then we need to have me and Tara need to have a little meeting away from where.
I will fill you in so soon. This is beneficial to everybody. I
Well,
just need to be the
I have
person
something
on
else
this.
I want to bring up too, so we'll have a little meeting once you get him situated.
Good deal.
Would you like me to get him some beer or a nice I don't know?
No, I
sponge
would like
bath?
you to lock this door behind me
Okay.
and let me out when I calm you.
All right.
Thank you.
Walk over and lock the door and look at Tara and just go, so much for our space dirty Harry routine or whatever the equivalent is.
Space dirty
Dirty Barry.
blazery. Kind of go Star Warsy. It's like weird and nonsensical. So you hiccups are like out of nowhere.
Yeah, Tara just kind of looks at Cora asking her not to harm him and says,
I will not harm your hostage unless he harms me.
I think that's fair enough, Tara.
Verbal
Very
harm is still harm. Just saying.
How does verbal harm work?
Go ahead, Cora. I'll explain.
All right.
And I'm gonna look
As you like
I'm gonna
walk
look
into
at
the
Z
room,
and
you're
be
saying,
like, best
Tara.
not to mouth off to the robot.
Tara, have you ever heard sticks and stones will break your bones? That's all you hear is you like close the door.
You close the door.
"Is that a saying that is said?" I don't think that would be a saying that's said
You ever
to
heard
Magna Guard.
banthas and rocks will kick your socks? But
I have not heard this before. What does that mean?
I'm just gonna do my okay. Well,
I do understand that sticks and stones will definitely break your bones.
well, sometimes words can hurt too. Like if someone
How
calls
does a word hurt you? Word. Does that hurt?
That's
if you did that over time to Kyle, I'll bet you we could find a good hypothesis to see if that does in fact hurt or not. Perhaps we should try this. Maybe just say word a whole bunch to Kyle for about 5 or 6 hours and see if that bothers him.
I will think about this.
Good. I think we have a good experiment on our hands.
Perhaps I start the experiment on you. Word.
That doesn't work because
Word.
It just keeps going.
just gonna crack open another Arthurian pale ale and just like lean back and This is my life.
She just keeps going. She has a timer that's running for 5 hours.
This is the first time that the sending Tara to torture Kyle has backfired, and see how
She has a timer that's running for 5 hours.
So you lock the officer in the room?
Yeah, I'm in there with him.
Okay, sure.
Word, 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 word.
You just hear that in the back.
So you bring him. So you're in there with him. What do you do?
I unbind him.
Okay. All feet and hands, or just one?
Everything.
Okay.
I make sure I'm gonna look around the room and make sure that it is secure for a prisoner.
Yeah, sure. Perception check, please.
Sure. Ooh, this is not gonna be good.
Against 2 purple. Your average
2 purple?
difficulty. Yep, average
Okay.
difficulty.
to know our own ship.
Yeah, shouldn't it be 1?
Uh,
Shouldn't it be 1?
It's average. You've only ever held one prisoner, and he was so beat down that him escaping was unlikely anyway. This is your first time. Okay,
Although
well,
I do want to believe that this guy is a guy of his word and he's going to comply. I do want to believe that.
But you look around the room and it seems secure to you. So you do a check over. The door locks fine. Everything seems pretty okay.
First and foremost, officer, when was the last time you had anything to eat or drink?
Before I boarded the ship, actually.
So you're fine in that regard?
I'm fine for now.
Okay.
Yeah. He's like,
I know it's not glamorous, but you will have access to a bucket. And I'd like to start,
yeah.
listing off comforts that he will have.
Okay. He takes it all in and appreciates it.
Now.
Oh, you wanted to start the talks immediately? I thought you were going to show me 2 days of hospitality first.
Okay. That's fine. I just need you to know how important this is to me.
I could tell instantly how important it was to you, Cora. You're a human of emotion.
Oh no.
No, the hiccups are not going to go away. It's driving me nuts. You wear your emotions on your sleeve.
I don't see that as a weakness.
And to some, it might not be. But no, I know it's important to you. And I promise you, I will deliver what I promised. I hope you deliver the same.
I shake his hand.
He will reach out and in turn shake.
I'll come back to keep you company later.
I'll be here. These hiccups are driving me fucking crazy.
Oh, buddy.
He's like, do you have anything to read, or should I just sit and maybe try and sleep?
I'll gather things to keep you entertained.
Okay. And he'll sit himself on one of the bunks nearby and just plop himself down. And you can leave the room and you walk out into the common area to Tara just going word, 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 word.
Word, 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 word.
It's got to have been at least like 6 hours, but 10 minutes? 10 minutes?
Hey, Tara, could I ask you
Word,
to
word.
stop?
Word, word. Can I?
Is there a way to like have her be saying something, like have a recording going at the same time as answering something?
Um,
I have an idea. She keeps saying word, but on your comms you get a message, like a text message type of thing.
Okay.
And it says,
I am doing an experiment.
Can we save the experiment for later?
This experiment must last 5 hours.
Kyle? Save it for Kyle, right? Remember the whole Kyle part of this?
Word, 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 word.
I'm gonna go sleep in the room with the Imperial officer, I think. I think my chances better in there.
See, I'm a word, perhaps.
Just don't say that, please.
Word. Word, word.
Oh.
it's still going.
Yes, yeah, we need to talk. We're gonna try to move away from
Yeah, we go to
that
the
door.
I just keep following him.
go ahead.
Tara, perhaps a break from the experiment so we can talk about the box you want to open and some other cool stuff, maybe.
She sends you a message, Siam, that says,
This would ruin the experiment.
The experiment was meant for Kyle, not for me. All right, well, anyway, Cora, what's going on? Why is he getting a bunk bed and he looked like did you untie him?
Yeah. We're going to show him the utmost hospitality.
We are.
He is going to want for nothing, Siam.
And we get what in return?
Rara and my uncle,
You trust him?
and he's going to clear the data about our ships from Imperial records.
And he's doing this all out of the kindness of his heart for 2 days of hospitality?
No.
What's
I told him I'd give him Kyle.
You're offering up our pilot?
No. The plan is that I'm going to wait on their ship, the ship that they find Rara on.
Okay.
They're going to deliver Rara, and I am to be on that ship until they bring back Kyle.
This is a good plan, except for what if he's on like one of their Star Destroyer? What if it's a ship we can't outclass or outrun? And if we're backstabbing them, I mean that could get us all killed.
You guys will get away, at least.
Maybe. And you trust that he actually can help you find Rara?
I do.
Has he given you anything to indicate that he actually can, or is this just his word?
It's just his word, but I don't know. Talk to him. He's genuine. People are my business, Siam.
People are both of our business. We just handle people in different ways.
No, I mean, I'm good at this. This is what I'm good at.
Okay. All right. I'll take your word for it. Are you going to let Kyle know the plan? I noticed that you two.
When I can stomach speaking to him again. Yeah,
I thought you were over the airlock thing.
it's not the airlock thing.
Oh. Have you tried kicking him in the balls? It's very therapeutic.
It's tempting.
Would do again. 10 out of 10. Recommend.
Word, 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 word.
Did you ask the officer about the box? He doesn't know we have it, does he? But
No, and I don't want him to know that we have it.
He might know how to open it though.
We have to
They-
kill him if he knows that we have that box.
Oh no.
Because the Empire was there for that box, and we are not killing this man.
That would be unfortunate to clean
Not
up
until
and-
we have Rara. And I'd like my uncle, but I'm.
Did you search him? Did he have
realistic
anything
here,
on
I
him? Did he
don't
have,
think that we're going to be getting my uncle anytime either.
what did he have like a data pad on him? We could search his info to see if he had any information on Rara or the box.
He's not going to work with me if I take his data pad. However, I do think that we could get to it without him knowing.
Oh boy. Is this like
We have a slicing robot. I mean,
Oh, okay. I
a
was trying-
man's gotta sleep. You know, like I'm gonna go make friends with him later.
friends like the planet a couple.
No.
Okay.
Roll for hot?
Roll for hotness. He is
God.
a pretty attractive looking gentleman.
I think you should roll for it.
What was the roll last
I can't
time?
remember what I made you roll for hotness last
It
time.
was like 2 yellows and 3 greens, wasn't it?
Against 0 purples, yeah.
2 yellows,
Yes.
3 greens.
I think so. It was something like
All
that.
right, I'll do
No,
that.
it's 2. Yeah, it's 2 greens, 2 yellow.
I'll do 2
right?
greens,
Greens,
2
2 yellow?
yellows. Sure. Against
Two
no
yellow, two-
difficulty dice, you said?
Yeah.
All right, that's what that sounds.
Oh, 2 greens, 1 yellow. With
He's not like
Yeah,
he's not a blow away like
There should be
model, but he's a
bad
good looking
dice.
guy.
because I
he's
feel
Edward
like
Norton.
Sure. Why not?
I picture him as Edward Norton. now.
That's totally fine.
That's a
But there you
weird
go. He's a decent looking dude.
First
No,
rule about
not
Imperial
like
Officer Club: don't talk about Imperial officers.
No, I'm not gonna show him that kind of hospitality. I'm not gonna make friends with him in that
He's
way.
not hot enough for Cora. She has standards, okay?
Also, it's not a life or death get the droid situation either.
Right.
Well, that's fair. I'm glad you trust this man. I, on the other hand, do not trust the Empire.
I don't trust the Empire either. Don't ever say that. Don't ever imply that I trust the Empire, Siam.
You said you believe this guy on nothing but his word.
I trust this man. This man is not the Empire.
He's an Imperial officer. That's pretty. That's like flagship. That's like. When you
There's
think
a
of
difference, and you'll see it if you talk to this man.
I don't really have much to talk to him
Maybe
about.
you can get a better deal.
Okay. Tara, please, for the love of God, I can't think with word in my ear.
Word, word,
Oh.
word.
You know what? Maybe talking to him will be better than this. I'll think on it. I need to think about what I would say. We need. I don't know. We can't really good cop, bad cop this at this point. So.
I mean, we could if you're feeling bad cop, but I don't want this man harmed.
Well, we could run an experiment on word with him in a few hours when Tara's done with me. That would get anyone to talk. Okay, we're not bringing up the box. We want to keep the box secret.
Right?
We really need to figure out how to open that, though. That thing's driving me insane. Are we going back to the ship? We're just kind of sitting here. I don't want to wait around for him to have some friends show up. So we should either go back to the derelict ship or we should get out of here. One of the two.
You can ask Kyle about it.
Is there what's going on with you and Kyle?
It's not really for me to tell you, I don't think.
Okay, that's fair.
Sassy.
It wasn't supposed to be sassy. It was supposed to be understanding. Sorry, I'm coming across poorly today.
Cora's
go-
emotionally a wreck. It makes sense.
She really is having a fucking rough life
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, it's fair.
I'll go talk
like
to
it
Kyle
rough.
for a few. Tara, do you want to shift experiment to Cora for a little while I go and talk to Kyle?
Come on, Tara, let's experiment.
Word.
And as the three of you split, Cora and Tara one way, Siam towards Kyle, we'll cut here and take a first break. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Tara is following Siam.
Oh, all right. Well,
Her experiment is still going for probably 4 hours.
hashtag word for Wade, everybody. Hashtag word for Wade. We'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Go grab a drink, take a break, go to the bathroom, all that good stuff, and we will return shortly. All right. And we return. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Okay. Let's pick right back up. Yeah,
word,
we're okay.
word,
All right. Good.
word,
Good.
word,
Good.
word.
Good.
I got you.
You got. Thank you. I'm very appreciative. Okay. So the group split. Tara, Cora, one way. Siam.
No, Tara's with me, and we're going to talk to Kyle.
Oh,
She's
right. She's wording.
I feel like I would, if Tara had followed him, I would have been like, under no circumstances can you go in there with that prisoner while running this experiment.
I guess I'll
You-
go talk
you say
to
that to her?
6
Yeah,
hours.
I would.
She says,
Noted.
and then she continues to, like, she says that in like a text message to you, but keeps doing her experiment and following Wade or Siam.
All right.
So, Siam, you go to the cockpit.
Yeah.
Oh, because you don't want Siam to tell me to go do that. It's like a torture.
Mhm.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'll go to the cockpit. I'm gonna try to get in there to talk to Kyle.
You just knock on the door because he locked it from the other side. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna give a nice little like.
no words come through, but the red light turns to a green light.
Knew it'd like that one. Gonna walk in and. Kyle, how's it going?
As
buddy?
the door opens, actually, you actually hear Kyle first say, Cora, listen, hey, Siam.
Hey, buddy, how's it going? I'm just gonna like go plop into the co-pilot seat, real
Oh.
casually, my leg hanging off the armrest.
Oh, almost lost a couple of my friends today. A few of you were injured. We have a mysterious box that Tara, or should I say T3R4, has a weird obsession with that's not unsettling in the least bit, and Cora hates me, so things are going great.
Yeah, she doesn't hate you for the same reason I do, though, which is kind of weird. What's going on over there?
I can't remember, did you tell Kyle about why you're mad at him, Cora?
No.
No? He kind of throws his arms in the air. He's like,
What
don't
were
know.
your words to me? You didn't tell me why, but you said Kyle would know.
Word, 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 word.
Don't mind Tara. She's running an experiment that backfired. But more on that later.
I see.
Cora said that you would know why she was upset. She found something out. I don't know what she knows.
I wonder if she's just past the point of grieving about the airlock thing and just back to being mad at me for it.
She said it wasn't had nothing to do with the airlock. She knew about the Empire thing, right? Like, is that it?
His
I know. Trini knows. I know. You told Trini. Of course, you told Cora, right?
Can I get some space?
You just had it. I just got here.
I know, but
Do you see what I'm dealing? I'm
Word, 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 word.
could you at
word,
least escort
word,
Tara out?
word.
Yeah, let me carry her
Just
out.
Tara seems to be following you. Can you at least escort her out? Or I'm Kyle. T3R4. Could you please just
I just want to know the answer to this one question, Kyle. I think after what you did earlier, the least you can do is give me one answer, and then I'll go.
fine. Not here.
I just want to know what.
Then we will talk about it as a group. He
All right.
stands up.
Are we staying here? Are we going back to the derelict ship? Or are we leaving? What are we doing?
I was planning on leaving, but unless you have something need to be done.
I didn't know if you and Cora were done on the ship. Being as you guys aren't on speaking terms right now makes it a little awkward.
Let's go to the commissary. Let's talk.
All right. Do we want to do it right now? Or do we want to wait another 4 hours and 27 minutes for Tara's experiment to be over?
The longer we wait, the more angry she's going to be.
Yeah, well, the sooner we do it, the more angry I'm going to be. All right, fair enough.
And he kind of like gestures since you're blocking the door to leave.
Tara's blocking. I'm sitting in the seat.
Oh, right. Tara's blocking. He kind of like gestures, like lead the way.
After you, Tara, please.
Does Tara
Totally fine.
move out of the way to head to the commissary?
I'm still gonna follow. I'm following Siam wherever
Okay.
Siam.
So then, as she doesn't move, Kyle looks to Siam.
All right, I'm gonna awkwardly try to squeeze past, just like humming to myself, trying anything to distract myself from hearing word.
As you both bench squeeze out and Tara finally follows you, You actually just hear Kyle say, "You know what? I changed my mind." And the door shuts, and the light goes from green to red.
Such a Kyle
I
move.
knew it. He's just trying to get me out of the room, and he was gonna hit the thing, and that's why Tara did not leave. Like, what's the probability that it's a trick to get me to leave?
Hi.
All right, so it's just Kyle back in the cockpit.
Yep, he locked himself back in the cockpit.
Kyle's back in the cockpit. You're standing on the other side of the door. The door closes.
Word, 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 word,
I'm gonna
word.
go find Cora and just like.
Over the intercom of the ship, you hear Kyle say, "I'll see you in about 5 hours."
Kyle, you better have a cup on next time. All right, so I actually, I'm just gonna go chill out for 5 hours and let this experiment come to an end before I go in to talk to the dude, because I really want Tara to go torture Kyle before or during some time. So I guess I'm just gonna let some time pass.
Okay, that's fine. Cora, what did you do? Where did you go off to do again?
She's probably hanging out with Trini.
Sure.
She's probably just like having girl time.
Okay.
Trini.
Trini is a little still kind of standoffish, but you're a very warm personality.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Ooh, Mathis girl time. Let's RP that.
Oh God. You want to know what I think girl time is? Great.
I'm so excited. Why
Oh,
don't
you wanna
we
RP
start the
this?
Girl time, Trini.
Yeah, we want to RP this.
Great.
And
So
then the real
Trini,
authority came in.
over the course of about 30 minutes or so, she kind of loosens up and she warms back up, and she's very chatty again. But that's because
Yay.
you're a people person. That's your speciality. So bringing her
Oh,
out of
yeah.
her shell is not that difficult.
Especially since she is also that.
Yeah. So
Okay.
feel free to start girl talk since I do not know.
Should I talk about what girls actually talk about? I'll do it.
Oh God.
God, Trini, don't you hate how long your boobs feel in the morning? I'm just kidding.
Suddenly she looks down. She's got A cups, so it's just like no.
I just made that up. I just made
How
that-
long your boobs are in the morning?
I just sprung the first words.
Who talks like? Who says that?
I don't know. My brain is weird, dude.
What girl time have you had?
You're throwing.
Girl,
I'm super
we need to hang out more.
I guarantee your girl time is sensibly higher than Mike's or mine.
Yeah, true.
No, I'd be like, so you and Siam, huh?
Oh, her eyes kind of snap open a bit, and she's like, "You think?"
I think that you should work on it. I think there's potential there.
He's cute. I've never really been attracted to a horse human before.
Yeah, he's really cute. And he's funny. He's so
It's
funny.
more like a dog, but
True. I mean, he when I was having a really hard time, he did come in here and like console me. You think he did that on purpose?
I think that there is something very special about you, Trini, and if he doesn't see it, he's an idiot.
I think you're just saying that.
No.
I mean, what do I have to offer someone like him? He's done so much. He's lived such a life in such a short period of time, and I'm just a security guard for a little backwater planet.
Trini, you're smoking. You're smoking. Also, you're the sweetest person on the whole ship.
your boobs aren't long. They're perky. What is that?
You wake up without long boobs.
God.
Long boobs. I'm just not. This vision of like droopy boobs.
Yeah, me too.
I
I
just
just got
can't
this.
get it out of my mind.
You know, sometime around noon, they're just like, and they're back to
They
normal.
snap back up to normal.
They snap back up at high.
It's kind of, wake up a little bit.
As you sip your coffee, they just slowly go back to
Oh golly.
I forget what you said before that now.
I was just basically telling her what she had to offer to him.
Gotcha. She's like,
Sweet,
well,
and she's super hot.
he's such a cultured man. He's just a man of the galaxy. He's seen so much and so many different women, and God knows how many he's been with. Probably countless.
He's seen a lot, but you are
I'll have long boobs.
the rarest, Trini.
I mean,
You guys could adventure together. I mean, how are you feeling about being part of the crew? I know that was really scary, your first experience.
I'll be honest. I feared for my life for the first time ever. I don't know if I'm cut out for this. It wasn't until Siam came over and placed his hand gingerly on my shoulder and looked me in the eyes with an intensity I've never seen before that I started to feel okay again.
Well, I mean, I can't promise you that that's the last time you're ever going to feel that way. This week.
She just starts fanning herself.
But it's exciting, right?
It's very exciting. It's so exciting.
And you like it a little, right?
I'd lie if I say there wasn't a part of me that wasn't excited about the chaos that was happening around us.
We could train. I could get you better at surviving. If you want.
What does Siam like best in a woman?
You know, I'm not sure.
Is it their combat prowess?
I'm sure that has something to do with it.
He likes alcohol.
He loves alcohol.
My family makes the great moonshine back home. If we ever go back, I could get him some. He'd probably love that.
Well, we're definitely going to have to go back so that you can visit and stuff.
Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so exciting. What are Bothans like? Do they like to be like scritched on the nose?
I don't think so.
No, okay.
No.
I won't do that.
I think just treat him like, however you treated your first boyfriend.
I've never had a boyfriend before.
You have never had a boyfriend looking
Never.
like that.
Never.
Okay, well,
My
all
parents
right.
would have
Just
killed me.
treat him like a
Kicked me
person.
out. I can't be kicked out of my home.
Okay. Well, you won't be kicked out of this home,
Okay.
Trini. If you want, we can spar. We can train.
I would love that.
All right, so we're gonna train. I'm
Okay,
gonna
you're
train
just gonna
for a
start
while.
training and doing some basic training stuff with
Yeah.
with training.
We'll go
That's
out to
fine.
like the cargo holder, wherever it has the most space.
Sure. Yeah, you could easily find something to like lay up some empty Ithorian pale ale bottles and stuff.
I was thinking we'd shoot stunners at each other.
I mean, if you want to go extra hard, you're welcome
Like,
to do that
yeah,
too.
I want her to be good at fighting. I want to
Yeah,
get her
sure.
good at it.
Absolutely.
She's like my problem, I'm
Yeah.
the one who brought her here, and so I want to make her better.
She willingly and happily goes to the cargo zone and begins training with you. For the most part, well, you probably train for like an hour or two. She's a shitty shot. Well, granted, it's very clear that the first time you trained with her, you and Kyle, it was luck, a lot of luck. Now that you have like more things in the way and
And she's thinking about Siam.
yeah, she's a little distracted. She's a terrible shot. Every once in a great while, she'll get a lucky shot in on you and you'll get hit. But by the end of it, you basically knock her
What?
out.
I don't believe this.
You don't believe that she's a bad shot?
Yeah, because last time she was wrecking fools.
She was rolling very lucky. If you want, Cora, you're welcome
that
to
stuff that we don't have, Maggie? Yeah.
Yeah, that
the
luck
the
thing.
luck thing. Yeah, you have luck. You just have the other kind of luck. The kind of
The
luck that
bad
puts
luck?
you into
The kind that
exactly.
Siam has today.
Or good luck is it, Siam? Romance is trickling its way in your favor.
Word.
Go
Can you
cheers that I
imagine
should go.
doing that over and over for 5 hours? I would lose my mind.
The only reason he'll tolerate it is knowing that Kyle's next. That's the only saving grace in all of this.
You're gonna endure it just so I have to do it.
Yes.
Sorry, guys. For like the next 3 episodes, I'm just gonna say word over and over.
Yeah, the next 3 episodes are going to take place over the course of just in-game 3 hours. Every
Oh.
4-hour episode is an hour in-game.
Just
Weird
knowing that
time
Scott's going to come
dilation.
back eventually and he'll have to hear it just like I have makes it worth it.
Eventually, towards the end of your training, and 2 hours later of word, over the ship intercom, you actually hear Kyle say, "All right, I'm plotting a course to Byblos. If anybody has any suggestions otherwise, we're going to head back there and we're going to meet up with the man who sent us in this direction."
Can he see it if I turn my comms off?
No.
Ah, damn it. All right.
So it's just over the ship intercom.
Does Byblos have like industrial?
Yeah, it's like a middle of the road kind of planet where it's not backwater farm, but it's also not Coruscant.
Okay, because I need like probably an industrial machine or something
For what specifically?
to
To
open
get
this
into the
box.
Oh, the box. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you might be able to
Or
find
some
something like
magic
that.
word that I'm supposed to say. One or the other.
A magic word. Word.
Abracadabra.
Stop.
Just word.
No, just
The
word.
box just springs open. The box is just in the background, and Tara doesn't notice it, and it's just opening and closing and opening and closing.
And then
God.
Word.
it's just
word.
every
The
time she
mimic?
looks at it, it just closes.
Word, 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 word.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Kyle's next.
So unless anybody stops, I'm going to be rolling a relatively difficult astrogation roll for dear old Kyle here.
Do we need to do anything to like train?
Get
Like,
R2R4 to roll the astrogation.
Oh,
remember?
you are correct. Yeah. It's just gonna take time. Basically, you're gonna have to invest time into Trini, and then over time she'll gain experience, and her skills will just improve as time goes on.
I think
as long
seeing
as you.
how I think knowing how she handles things, we'll all be spending a lot of time investing in training.
Very true. R2, R4. There he is.
Did she like gain a stat in shooting or anything?
Not just off one check, but
Okay.
Well, we did train her on the way from the other planet to the derelict ship
Yep.
too. Something we
it's
actively.
just gonna it'll take time. She'll just naturally progress.
No sweat.
All right.
I was just curious.
Here we go. He's gonna get a blue die from. Yep. All right. Cool. Success.
That
Yay.
guy is what we needed.
Yep.
Good job, little guy.
Good job, R2, R4. So after about a few minutes after he tells you they're going to head back towards Byblos, out through the windows you can see the stars begin to streak and the clap of the ship entering hyperspace as you are barreling towards Ungith, I think is the name of the planet, the first one that you're going to go to head back towards Byblos. I'm sorry, Utegtu Neb. Utegtu, that one. That's the one you're going to.
That's my favorite space hip hop song.
Utegtu Neb. No, the only space hip hop song that exists is Jizz.
Oh damn it!
That's all there is. Is
Back
just
again.
Jizz. Yeah.
Never get away from the jizz.
So this
But
is going to be quite a
It feels so
haul.
good in your ears.
It
I
really-
guess
You gotta just let the jizz in.
Just absorb it.
going door
Yeah.
to door with pamphlets. Let the jizz into your home.
let the Jizz soak in.
I'm also, as soon as we're done training, going to go around the ship looking for stuff that could keep dude occupied.
Sure. So basically, I'm going to be making a series of rolls here as he pilots you guys all the way back. This is going to be quite a pilot, but you should be fine.
His name was Zoltan, right?
Zoran.
Zoran. yeah.
Zoran. Okay.
All right.
Zoltan sounds a lot more foreboding.
I
That's
was like,
from
isn't
something.
that like a video game?
Yeah,
like
Zoltan
an
is
early
from
ass
something.
video game.
I thought it was. Isn't there like a Zoltan in like Superman?
Zod is Superman.
Oh, Zod.
General Zod.
No, there's like a.
Oh yeah, The Witcher, Zoltan, Witcher. And they're also a race in FTL, says chat.
There's apparently it's a Hungarian masculine given name. So.
There you go.
It's
Zoltan.
also a hand gesture in which a person has their hands stacked on top of each other, only touching at the tips of the thumbs in order to form the letter Z.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, there's like a show
yeah.
that had that Zoltan.
Yo, was it that Tim Allen movie?
Dude,
There was
where's my
definitely a
car?
movie with
Apparently did it.
Zoltan in it, and that's what I'm like trying to think about. Maybe it's Zoltan with an O-N.
There's a dude, where's my car clip that has Zoltan or Zoltan.
Okay, so I'm gonna be making some rolls here. While you are all traveling through hyperspace, is there anything you all wanted to do with the officer or with each
Yes.
other?
As soon as Tara's done wording me, I'm
Yep.
gonna go talk to the officer.
Sure.
Word.
So
Experiment complete.
Whoa.
Analyzing.
Really?
You did not take any harm.
Oh, good. Hopefully Kyle does. Just, for the experiment's sake. All right. Once the
I
ringing in
still
my
do
ear,
not understand how words can harm you.
Tara, I'm a little bit more. So normally, whenever people rest, like that stress they have kind of goes away. Mine stayed right where it was. So in that sense, I feel pretty harmed. But it'll all go away as soon as I know that Kyle is being evaluated just as thoroughly. Here, for the experiment, I'm going to hand you another IPA.
She takes another one. And
She has like a stash of these somewhere at this point, doesn't she?
That'd be
Probably.
great. That
You
would
just
be
like
great.
keeping it in a chest cavity or something.
I just open up my chest cavity, put it in there, close it.
You like rattle around like a cooler now.
So,
All right.
now that that's done, I guess I'm
So-
going to go talk to the officer.
Sure. As you make your way into the room he's being held in, he's actually lounging on a bunk. Looks to be reading something on his data pad.
All right.
As you come in, his attention breaks, and he looks up to you.
Am I going in there with you?
If you want to.
You're supposed to be experimenting on Kyle now.
Well, that's true. Doxy told you under no circumstances for you to go in with me, so maybe not.
Well, I'm not. I'm done experimenting on you, so
Okay.
Kyle's locked in the cockpit again. So.
yeah,
If you want to come in, you're more than welcome to join.
yeah. She'll go in for now. She'll do her experiment on Kyle soon.
I see you're awfully cozy in here.
He swings his feet around the bed and puts himself in a sitting position as he plops the data pad on the pillow. And he just kind
Is the
of...
data pad off?
Nope, it's on.
What is on it?
Are you in there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she walked in
Okay,
here.
sorry, I misunderstood. If you walk past him and does Tara just walk past him and pick the data pad up without saying anything?
Sure.
I imagine that's something Tara would do. As you pick it up, it's a fiction novel by the name of The Missing Moon.
I'd like to look to see what the history was on, like the battery. Like basically, you can look at battery usage. You can see what applications
Yep.
were used.
Yes,
Just
yeah.
see what the most recent applications were that you were used.
Sure. It's actually easy. You don't need to make any computers check or anything. You pop open the history and the applications, and the only thing that's been open, as far as you can tell, is this book. And when you look down, it's more than halfway through. So he's clearly been reading this for a while.
Okay.
He looks to Siam as he picks it up. He actually watches you pick it up, and he kind of stares at you for a while, not in fear, but more in awe of anything else. But then he won't say anything, and he'll turn back to Siam. And what did you say, Siam? I'm sorry.
You look awfully cozy in here.
Well, it's thanks to at least it's at the very least thanks to Cora.
Yeah, and you've met Cora. I'm sure she came off a little desperate looking for her friend, and I think she realizes that she's not in the best frame of mind for discussing things. So we're here to just make sure everything is hunky-dory. I mean, no offense, it's hard to kind of trust you considering a few hours ago you were boarding with stormtroopers and trying to kill us.
And no offense, you're harboring a known wanted criminal, so...
Yeah, well, your empire's kind of dying off, so I'm not too worried about who you find criminal and not. I mean, you guys have been screwing over me and my family my whole life, so the last thing I care about is who you view as a criminal. You're all criminals in my eyes.
And to the Empire's eyes, as are you.
Great, now that we got that established.
Siam,
Unfortunately for you, we were the victors in the battle, and therefore you're now our prisoner.
correct.
So Cora might have had some nice talks with you, but the rest of us get some say in what happens here too. And I don't.
How much
like
are
what I
you
heard.
worth?
Well, to the Empire, nothing. They won't pay for me. But to others, I don't know.
Well, that's fascinating. Cora wants to know where Rara is. Other than that, you don't really have any value to us either. We don't want anything to do with the Empire. I mean, we're literally as far away from you guys as we can be out here searching derelict ships for parts, and alas, you're still out on our fucking faces, so...
I am still looking for an arm and a leg.
She looks down at her arm and leg that look wrong.
Every time he goes to start this conversation and you interject, he's just gonna look down.
When you say that, though, he actually looks to you, Tara, and he's like, "You are fascinating. Not because you're a droid without a restraining bolt or any of that, but because of the type of droid you are. Do you know how many of you are left?
I have not found another one.
Exactly. Our records indicate that All Magna Guards were destroyed. To find one in operating order. We have parts. I can get you an arm and leg.
What? Hold the phone here. We're not negotiating for arms and legs. We're not negotiating for this and that.
Sure. What do you want to know? I apologize. And he'll snap his attention back to Siam. You have me at a disadvantage. You've destroyed my crew. You've destroyed my ship. I have nothing to barter with that you
no
care
offense,
about.
but as whoever was on your ship that was blowing open our door kind of forced our hand there.
I'm not disagreeing.
Other than the location of Rara, which to our friend Cora is very important, you don't really have much value or use to us. And you're asking for a lot. Your life for Rara's should be plenty. Asking for Kyle's and yours for one other person, that seems like a deal that you're not in the position to bargain for.
I didn't offer one other person. I offered her two.
Two? Who else?
She had a great interest in her uncle.
And I've got a great interest in my mom, who you guys went ransacking for too, but you don't see me trying to bargain for that. I don't trust you. She shouldn't trust you.
She doesn't. And it's fair that you shouldn't, and I don't trust you either.
Can we tell if he's? Can I analyze him to see if he seems like he's
average difficulty insight check.
We don't have
average
insight.
difficulty? So it's 2 purple
Yep, average is 2.
insight.
Yep.
There's no insight.
Oh, I have,
is
like,
insight
all
a
these-
different game? My apologies.
Perception or
I'm
Perception.
rolling too many. I'm rolling too many things. It would be perception. Perception check.
Discipline.
Or is it discipline? You might be right. It might be discipline actually.
Isn't
No, it
he
is
dis-
discipline.
Isn't
It's
he deception and I'm discipline?
to tell if he's lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't say roll deception for sure.
Okay.
Discipline. Average difficulty. Discipline check.
Well, I succeeded.
Wow.
Did you roll one as well, Siam?
I did not. Average difficulty, you
Yep.
said?
Yep.
I'm glad Tara succeeded, because I'm not likely to.
I have pretty good discipline.
You both rolled.
Hey!
Oh, nice.
As you talk with him, he actually does seem rather straightforward. He's not acting shifty. He's not looking around. He very much is just being kind of plain and straightforward with you.
Here's the deal. We're not giving up Kyle. We have our own business to take care of with Kyle. It's you for Rara. That's the new deal. Cora's promised you whatever she's promised you, hospitality and your freedom eventually. And in which case you said you would clear the record of our ship
I did.
and you'd give us Rara. To me, we're in the position of advantage.
To be fair,
That's two things.
what
to
I-
one. That's fair to me.
what I told Cora was that I would get all the information on where he was seen last and try and figure out where he is. It may be impossible to know where he is. However, I do know where I saw him last, and I am at the very least able to probably track back his movements to a very particular point. If the Empire is willingly hiding him for one reason or another, I don't know who this Ra is specifically. There's not much I can do about finding out where he is now. But if I can, I will, of course, offer you that.
And what do you need in order to find him? Where can you do?
I
it
need
from
to get
here?
on the Imperial ship and access their records.
So we're gonna put you on an Imperial ship and just hope that you keep your word with forgetting us. And
That was what we discussed. But I can... If
that
you're-
is a fascinating offer, and I would love to believe you. However, I've not met an honest Imperial officer yet in this lifetime.
And I've never met an honest rebel. It seems that we lie to each other quite often.
Hey, can't disagree there.
We want the same thing for the galaxy. We just want it in different ways.
He's just gonna look to the side and kind of chuckle.
You said your mother was taken?
My mother is her whereabouts are unknown to me.
But you made it pretty clear that the Empire was the one that did that, right?
Okay, look, long story short, I was in a rough place and I was doing some odd jobs. Turns out the people I was working for were the Empire. I did everything they asked, and in payment, they ransacked my home, threatened me, took me to another planet, and from all I could tell, kidnapped or at least tried to attack my mother because her house was in complete disarray. So, yeah,
If
I
there's-
I worked for you unknowingly and still was betrayed. So,
If there's anything I know about the Empire, having worked for it for as long as I have, there's always a motivation behind the things that they do.
oh, I know their motivations. I've learned.
So what is it? Why would they do that to your mother and you?
You guys claim you want peace, but you want peace through fear. You want peace through control.
We want peace
Not
through
through
order
freedom
and
free will.
structure, law.
Order and structure at the top, slavery at the bottom.
There are unsavory methods being put at use through the Empire.
You can
things that
stop right there. That's the first thing you've said I agree with.
I don't agree with everything that they do.
So why are you there? You say the rebels are scum. You don't agree with your own side. What are you doing?
Because the Empire saved my life. While they ruin others, they saved mine. Can you not say the same about those you work with or have worked with in the past? That
From what I can tell, a rebel just saved your life as well.
agreed.
I would have gladly ended it.
And I am trying to help save those that mean the lives of those that mean a lot to her. I am not your enemy here. Perhaps the Empire as a whole might be.
What were you doing at the derelict ship? What is so important at that ship? Why did
Looking-
you come after us at some
Wasn't-
abandoned old ship in the middle of nowhere?
It's like, I thought he looks to you with a confused look. He's like, I thought I made that clear. We weren't there for you.
No, you were there for a package.
We were there for something on that ship. Yes,
Okay.
we didn't find it.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. There wasn't much left. We didn't find the parts we wanted either.
I know we scoured your ship. We didn't find it either. But we did find a wanted criminal of the Empire, one who worked for us and betrayed us. What would you do
Well-
with a rebel soldier who knew secrets and left your ranks to join the Imperial Navy?
What did he know?
That I am not privy to knowing. All I know is that he was a pilot for the Empire and he's wanted.
As I said, Kyle's off the table. If that means that we don't get information on one of the people we're looking for, so be it.
Sure. I will still hold up my end of the bargain for being set free and wiping your records.
Well, how do we have that as a guarantee? Are we supposed to just take you on your word? Because I think you know you wouldn't take us on our word. How
What?
are we supposed to take you on yours?
What can I do? How can
I'm
I prove?
asking you. That's what I'm asking you.
I put a good foot forward first? Is that what you want?
We have all the chips. You got to give us something to make your life worth keeping.
Give me my data pad and I'll wipe your records now.
Well, like look at Terra, they'll hand him back his data pad. But I want to keep a close eye on him while he's doing it to make sure I concede.
Do you hand it to him, or do you say that when you hand it to him, or do you just like hand
Terra's got it, so I'm just gonna watch him.
Sure. Tara, do
If
you
she
hand it to
hands
him?
Yeah, she hands it to him.
He'll reach and nod, and he'll if you make it clear that you want to see, he will do so. He'll do it like flat against its palm, so he's not like.
Am I
too-
Oh yeah,
smart enough
Tara
to
is
know-
like,
Are you
she's
smart enough
not.
to know what?
Are we smart enough to know if he's actually doing what he said? Like, do we know what that would look like?
Yeah, you've deleted records and stuff in the past. I mean, you had to do the similar thing to make sure this ship was under your name.
Okay.
Once you first got the ship, so you know what you're looking at. And he'll lean the data pad forward, and you'll see him start filing through files. First, the name of the ship, the identification number, the serial number of the ship, and one by one, they are being openly deleted in front of you. Captain of the ship, under Cora, deleted. YT-1760, deleted. Location it was found, deleted, which was around Ilum. And then it'll come up and it'll say pilot of the ship, Kyle Dween, deleted. And he'll do all of that in clear view and do it the entire time. And then after it's all said and done, he doesn't take it. He just kind of offers it to you.
All right. Well, I'd say that's a good first step. I'm gonna let you be for now. We'll talk more later. But if you screw us, I'm
imagine-
sure if you know what Terra is, you know what she can do, and what she has done, and what
I've-
she will do again.
I've-
Terra doesn't like
Tara
being
turns
betrayed.
on her lights on her eyes
he,
and then
he,
turns them off.
he looks at Tara and then looks back to Siam. He's like, I've read battle reports from that war. I know what she's capable of. Even if she's not fully capable of what she might have been in her prime, even if she's capable of half, I'm scared. And
Yeah.
You should be too.
Oh, we know very well what Terra's capable of. She can hold her own. So don't fuck with us.
Your survival rate is 0%.
She's good with numbers too.
Fair. He plops himself back on the bed.
So he's capable of using that data pad to like hack things, right?
Yep.
All right. So
He handed it to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he handed it
then
back
he
to you.
clear things off. All right. I'm sorry for this, but I think you understand that data pads can be used more for reading books. So we're gonna have to hold on to that while you're here for our safety, and you can have it back whenever we, I guess, try to finalize this deal.
I'll try and get some sleep then.
I'm sure Cora will be in to check on you.
Sure. He kind of lies himself in the bed, and before he kind of like puts his hands over, he's like, "Do you mind doing me a favor?"
I'm gonna like have like my eyebrows are gonna raise in like an amused gesture. A favor?
Just hit the lights on their way out.
You know, just this one time, I suppose I can grant a favor.
He nods in like a thankful way, gracious way.
And feeling really slimy for having had a conversation with Imperial officer and not pushed him or shot him.
As we're passing the light that's on the ceiling, Tara taps it.
Tara, he meant just turn it.
That is such a weird request.
He meant to turn the light off. Cora will be in at some point. We'll have more to discuss tomorrow.
He in an amusing way, not in a sarcastic way to be like to mock you, but more just like in a friendly way. He's like, "Well, I guess I'll be here."
I want to look around before we walk out just to make sure this place is like there's nothing lying around. There's no.
You can roll a
nothing...
perception check. You both can. An average difficulty perception check.
Average difficulty.
Yep.
Perception.
Beautiful rolls.
I am 0%
Not a beautiful roll.
perceptive. I'm still wondering, like, why would you ever hit a light, and why does that mean turn off the light?
You scour this place pretty detailed, and Cora did a good job at stripping him of his weapons. He doesn't have any on him. There's a few things here that you might worry that could be useful for him if you left them. Maybe some tools left over that are lying around and whatnot. And you scoop up everything that you determine like a threat, more or less, outside of like the bed and its sheets. But you will walk out with a couple of things that, if left with somebody that you don't trust, and if they wanted to, they could do something nasty with it.
Okay.
You basically clean that room top to bottom and leave.
I'm just gonna like as I walk out, holding all this stuff, be like, just to tidy up a bit before I go, and then gonna lock the door behind me.
He says nothing to it and lets you go about what you're doing. And as you leave, you'll shut the door and lock it behind. Cora, were you just waiting that whole time?
I was probably still hanging out with Trini.
Okay. Yeah.
I was gonna
talking.
go in there and hang out with him, but now that I know that he's going to sleep, I'm just not gonna bother.
Siam and Tara, do you want to talk to Cora about the conversation you just had now, or?
Yeah, so we're in hyperspace, so technically Kyle can be free to roam right now too.
Yep,
right?
but the door's locked.
Okay, well I'm gonna try to calm him and be like, hey, Kyle, we need to talk about our friendly Imperial passenger. So whenever you're done pouting in there, we need to come out here and have a chat.
Over the intercom, you just hear, "Oh, glad he was friendly."
I hate that man.
Do you want to wait to have that conversation until Kyle is there then?
I think we should.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
fine.
have that main
Okay.
conversation with whenever.
Okay.
Kyle's.
Well, why don't we take the next break here then? See if Scott's ready to jump on, and if he is, we'll be back in a few minutes, and you guys can have that conversation. Sound good?
Oh yeah.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
Sounds good, everybody. We'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. If Skype, not Skype.
Cora and
Explo wants to
Trini
work.
pillow fighting.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Hour 3. Jar Jar Binks is no longer the pilot of the ship.
Lisa, miss you. Bye-bye.
Oh, wait, where is he?
Ah,
Where'd Scott go?
He's
Lisa,
still
run
dead.
away. Bring me back.
Oh, there he is. Okay, gotcha.
No, sir. Lisa, miss you, Mathis. Ah.
You sound less like Jar Jar Binks and more like that stupid, obnoxious Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones.
Oh,
what's
from,
his-
you're
Reminds
talking
me
about,
of- but it's
Yeah,
not
Data,
something I wanna
Data,
hear.
but like on the second Indiana Jones movie. You know what I'm talking
the
about?
little kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's Data from the Goonies. I
don't
don't remember his short rounds, maybe. Maybe
Short
he's in
round
short round.
sounds right. Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
so
chat saying short round.
Scott, before we continue, I'm supposed to roll a gunnery check with your character sheet to see if I make a better version of you than yourself. I'll do it against 3 purples just to, give myself a solid difficulty.
Wait a second. What's going on?
I'm rolling gunnery off of your character sheet to see if I make a better Kyle than you do.
I mean, Kyle's not a
Everyone
gunner.
thinks that Mike's
No.
already a
Yeah,
better.
but why would Gunner?
Because he
Because
missed
hasn't
shooting a
ever
giant truck.
successfully shot a gun.
Because that one time, that one thing happened once,
Yeah,
like,
he's not
a
any
year
better.
ago.
Listen,
They
man.
both suck.
That's what chat said, so I follow chat rules.
Okay. I was just saying, Wade reminds me of that guy that's still bragging about that one catch he made in high school 25 years ago. Just saying.
The thing
Actually, it
is,
was a dunk.
he had all kinds of advantage on that roll from me.
All right, we'll try one more
That's
time.
true. He had all
Fire
kinds of
him.
booze and upgrades too, Mike.
He had an upgrade as
Toxic.
well? I'll
He
give
had
him,
like
I'll give
2
him,
upgrades.
I'll
I
give
had
him, no,
3
I'll-
upgrades and a blue die, if I
Oh,
remember
wow,
correctly.
okay, hang on.
Yeah.
All right, and a blue. All right, against what was the difficulty? 3 purple or?
It was probably like
3 or 4.
I'll
it
go,
was
I'll go
probably
4.
pretty hard.
I'll
There's
go
probably
4.
like 2 purple and a red or something. There's probably a.
That's what I.
Fuck, I'll go
think.
4 purple and a red. Let's see what happens.
All right.
Transformed to saying 3 reds versus 3 upgrades.
3 reds versus 3 upgrades. Got it.
Was it? 3 reds.
I don't know, but that sounds fair.
That's fine. Done. Gunnery.
You failed, for the record.
No.
Oh. No, you didn't.
We have our new Kyle, everyone.
All right. Huh.
Scott, you've been designated as Trini now.
All right, Scott, I need you
He's
to
gone.
do me a favor and roll your destiny, please.
He's gone. He
Oh,
left.
all right. Well, when he comes back, can
damn
you
it.
roll me your destiny for me, Scott?
I can. The destiny is strong in this one.
It was equal balance when this started, 2 and 2.
Oh, I'm trying to open up my character sheet. Why are you not doing that correctly? You suck. All right, let's do it this way instead. Kyle. There you are. Destiny. Roll destiny.
Cool.
Eh,
Well,
fair.
Siam's the only light-sided character on this party.
Apparently.
Clearly.
All right, Scott. So where your character
Hey, I
is
never thought I was.
Cora was really mad. She wouldn't tell you why. She then stormed off and locked herself in the room. And in response, Kyle kind of had a sad look and just turned around in the cockpit, started doing astrogation, and locked himself in the cockpit.
Kyle totally would have approached that situation and handled it,
Well, Kyle wasn't
'Cause-
here, so canon says different.
but Kyle totally was like having a moment.
No, he lost
Mike, you suck as Kyle.
it. How about you role play as Kyle and I'll roll as Kyle?
Actually, you know what? I'm fine with that.
Right?
Yeah. Can we get a vote in chat? Can we get a yay or nay in chat? And if that's okay. In the meanwhile, please, Mike, take it away.
So it actually starts with Siam, Terra making their way out of where the Imperial officer is being held, and deciding that it's time to talk as a group. Siam, Terra, who do you go to first, Cora or Kyle?
I already. So okay, Scott. So what you missed is I actually called you over the intercom. I said, "Hey, we need to talk about the Imperial officer. If whenever you're done pouting, it's time to come out." And then I think Mathis had some choice words as you.
I just said, I don't even remember what I said. It was throwaway.
I feel like we should give Scott a full recap of the session so far.
I think I can wing it from here. I'll just improv. It's all
You
it's
missed
cool.
you missed long boobs, girl talk.
It's part of the reason I threw Kyle and locked himself in a mopey situation. That way he doesn't have to be around.
Wait a second. Long boobs?
Oh yeah, there's
Yes.
some girl talk
Yeah.
Girl talk.
between Trini and Cora.
Trini and Cora had a girl talk
It
time.
was great.
And the first
Cora-
thing that
Cora
Doxy decided to talk about was, hey, you know when you wake up in the morning and you have long boob? And I was like, who talks about that?
It's like the people that go with the morning
No
wood.
one says
The
that.
morning wood, they have long boob.
And then you're like, while you're drinking your morning coffee, you just like
Perk back up.
perk back up. Like what?
I've never heard this conversation before in my life.
We didn't hear it in this time either. This was girl talk.
I'm gonna check the
The
box.
great thing was that Doxy prefaced it with, should I like really talk about what like girls talk about? And we're all like, yeah, do it.
That's right. With long boob.
I have a slight request for one of our patrons or subscribers over the clip section of our Discord. If you could just either add that in a clip or just like link like when that starts in the VOD, I need to watch that. In the
I
meanwhile,
also want. Have you guys ever seen the long man commercials? I want that commercial thread to be made, but with long boob instead. long boob.
Yeah, just in the morning you wake up and both of your boobs are just one long boob, right?
Yeah.
And then
Hashtag
throughout the
relatable.
so
day,
Mike, take it away. Mike, corral them. Corral them.
Siam and
So-
Tara walk out.
Yeah, so Siam and Tara walk out, and Siam over the intercom says, when you're ready to be done pouting, come out of the cockpit. We need to have a conversation about this officer. Do you say that to Cora as well over intercom? Over the comms?
I'm just gonna walk over to Cora. I assume she's out and
Yeah,
about somewhere.
sure.
So
I'm just hanging out with Trini in like a common area.
Yeah.
So
So eventually, I'm assuming Scott, Kyle will come from the cockpit.
Okay.
okay.
Yep.
So before Scott does, I do want to talk to Cora before Scott comes out. So while we're waiting on Scott to
Pull his pants up.
Who's Scott?
Kyle. They're the one and the same. They're both Weasley little cowards who can't shoot a gun. But
I actually can. I'm actually not a bad shot.
I shot a gun when I was in Boy Scouts.
yeah.
I suck at shooting guns.
Mike, I
but
believe you for some reason.
I am a surgeon with a bow.
I'm pretty decent.
So
Not a
Cora,
bad shot.
I talked to our Imperial officer friend.
hmm
He seems genuine, I'll give you that. However, he said some interesting things about the fact that he's not with the Empire because he necessarily agrees with them. He's with them because they saved his life. And I wonder if you can pull some of your Cora charm on him and maybe get him to flip.
Are you
Maybe we could get a
asking me?
double agent inside the Imperial ranks if we make a friend out of this guy. And I was nice. Tara was nice. We did take his data pad so he doesn't, hack our ship or blow us up. But we were nice.
I
So
did not do the experiment on him.
see, she didn't do the experiment.
Are you asking me to romance this man?
No, whatever. Listen, you're good cop. I'm bad cop. I'm just saying good cop. If good cop means whatever you interpret it as, I just think there's a chance we could get through to this guy and possibly flip him.
Okay.
When you say that, actually, Trini walks over next to you and she's like, "I always had a thing for the bad cops."
What? Oh.
Can I get you a Ithorian Pale Ale? Siam?
Yes, please.
And without she had one in her hand, she like just whoop, reaches it up.
It's one that you gave her earlier.
Okay. Where was I? Yeah. Kyle, please. It's time to talk.
Yep, I come.
Trini, can I have another one of those actually while we're at it?
She gets you another one.
Thank you. Sam's got a little bit of sweat under his fur at this moment.
Eventually, the four of you find yourselves in the common area.
It's just
Trini
not
with
with
you.
dawn on him that these two were like sitting there talking and maybe even looked over at him while he walked over. So
Trini sticks around as well, unless you tell her to go away. But she,
She's part of the crew.
right now.
Yeah.
she's very eager to get in on this discussion. So all five of you find yourselves in the common area. Take it
All
away.
right. Cora, do you want to lead off? You want me to lead off? How you want to?
Yeah, all right. All right, Kyle, here's what's going on.
Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for not locking me out this time.
Okay, I'm honestly glad that we're all sitting down and talking family meeting style because things have been really weird these past 2 hours,
6, 7.
8.
2 weeks.
Yeah, they were kind of weird. Anyway, Cora, please let's fill.
I didn't understand. What was weird?
Tara, we'll explain that at the end of this meeting. We'll go over weird. We'll start with the important facts, and then we'll wrap up with weird because there's a lot of weird. Gonna like look at Trini. A lot of weird. Okay.
A lot of weird.
We have
Yeah.
Officer Zoran.
Zoran. Yep.
We have Officer Zoran held captive in the passenger seating.
Captive's a strong word.
He is free to move about passenger seating. I am going to bring him things to keep himself occupied. He is not to be harmed under any circumstances. He will want for nothing. We will take very good care of him. He is a guest more than a prisoner while still being a prisoner. He is going to deliver us Rara. He has promised me also that he will locate my uncle. And in return, I am to give him you.
Me?
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
What does he want with me?
You're wanted.
By the
Empire.
No, I'm wanted
who
by the
you
rebels.
worked for
Well,
and
I
never
mean,
told me about.
That is the thing. I knew it.
Okay, hold on.
I knew it.
wait, one? We've never talked about this, Cora? Trini and I talked about this. We've never talked about this?
She nods emphatically. We did, actually. I knew
Oh.
he was part of the Empire.
So you tell the new girl.
I'm pretty sure I've talked to Siam and T3R4 about this as well. We've honestly never talked about this.
Actually, I think I learned it from. I either learned it from Trini. Well, I mean, I kind of put 2 and 2 together with the wanted poster. I digress. Continue.
Regardless, I
Oh,
won't be giving you up, Kyle.
well, I mean, I honestly didn't even know the Empire
Maybe
wanted
this
me.
is worth it.
What's
How much
going
is
to
he worth?
I didn't ask. It's more about what I'm worth because we're going to give them me.
No, I'm confused by especially that one. I didn't know the Empire wanted me. I don't think I technically did anything wrong.
Well, they
to the
do.
Empire.
Did you hit your head, Kyle? Remember the wanted posters?
Yeah, the wanted poster was because the rebels from my home world there's a wealthy dude that put out a fucking
All right,
market.
so Cora slams
Tara
her
pulls
arm
the-
down.
Pulls the pad out and starts looking up what was on the data pad to see what was on the data pad in regards to him.
Cora like slams down on a table and is like, enough. We have an Imperial officer who says that you are a wanted criminal and he wants you.
It's also an Imperial officer that's in captivity and probably say anything he can to get out of it.
Oh, Tara and I went in there and under a very scrutinous, non-physically harmful eye. He seems to be telling the truth.
I hit a light.
She hit a light. Yep, you did that, Tara.
The current plan is that once he locates Rara, I will go to the ship. They will send Rara back. At which point you are to get out of there.
This sounds like a terrible plan that only one person decided on instead of talking about it as a group.
This is
Well, group discussion was a little tough whenever someone was playing little pout boy in the cockpit.
I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. I have no reason to pout. I was getting us out of there.
I mean, if you can get me out of there too, great. If you can't, then so be it.
So
I'm
I'm gonna interject here, Cora. We have a couple ways of proceeding here. After Tara and I talked to Big Z in there, I told him we would not give up Kyle for your uncle. However, that doesn't mean that you can't go in there and tell him that we can again or that we do again. We can still go that way, and you can kind of side with him on that. I think
Why do they have your uncle? I thought your uncle just had a farm.
they don't have his uncle. They can locate her uncle.
What, your uncle's missing? I thought he was just back at the farm. We originally
I
used
have
his
no
name
idea
as
where
the.
my uncle is.
We could just try looking to see if he's
The
at the
last
farm.
I saw him, he was bleeding out on the ground on Dantu.
Jesus Christ. I feel like there's a lot of information that's not going around back and forth.
That is.
I scraped my knee as a young Bothan once.
Trini actually rushes over to you. She's like, "Oh my God, was it permanent? Do you walk with a limp?"
No,
I know a great herbalist back on my
it's
homeworld.
fine now. It's a very minor. Anyway, so a couple ways we could proceed here, like yanking away a little bit.
Yeah.
You can good cop, I'll bad cop. I took away his data pad. I told him we weren't going to do the deal he had. You can go back in and redo that. I think it's possible we can flip him. He does not seem loyal to the Empire for what it is.
Most people aren't loyal to the Empire. You're just there because you have to be.
He's there because they apparently saved his life, and if we can convince him that we will do the same in some manner, perhaps he could
Or
see
better, care about him.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's possible we could have a double agent on our side.
It's kind of hard to fake that emotion.
Well, I'm not the one who has to do it. Cora here is a good cop right now, so the ball's in her court. I'm just seeing how you want to proceed. We either deceive
I
him.
will romance him.
That's what you said. That's what you said
I mean,
earlier.
that took a moment for it to click with me.
That's what he asked her or asked Cora if she would do.
How do you plan on romancing him, Tara?
I do not know. That is what you said you wanted Cora to do. If she will not do the task, I will.
I love Tara.
What are the requirements?
They really must have started watering down these pale ales after a while.
It's called
Alright.
building immunity, sir. A tolerance.
I will gain this officer's trust. I will.
Be careful. I don't fully trust him, but he seemed genuine and for his reasoning behind joining the Empire and possibly being swayed away from it. And right in front of our eyes, Tara and I watched, he deleted all of the information on his data pad about us, our ship, our existence from the Empire records that he has. So as far as his information shows, he
I am
knows nothing
very
about
scared
us.
that you have
He's
done something.
Affirmative.
Under duress.
Affirmative.
We listen. Remember, we did duress a couple planets back. Tara and I, we didn't do that this time. We were gray bluish cops.
He's a
not bad.
captive right now. It's everything's under duress.
Well, Kyle, do you have any better ideas as to
I
how?
did not initiate protocol 846521.
Are you going to tell Cora that we're not going to try to help her get Rara on top of everything else?
No. Grara is obviously a chief concern, and if Uncle is missing, obviously that's going to be something of great significance as
My
well.
mother's missing too. There's a lot of shit going on right now, and I don't fully trust this guy to help me find her. But we have.
I'm not saying that the plan is terrible. I'm saying that we're not actually going to trust this guy, are we?
I don't actually trust him. I'm just saying from what I can tell, he was being genuine, and I think it's worth trying to flip him. And there's definitely information he has that he wouldn't give rebels willingly unless he was flipped. So I think we push over the next few days of travel to get him on our side, get something from him that shows, hey, I think you guys are right. I'll side with you. And then maybe we can trust him, because if not, we'll have something to throw at the Empire and be like, hey, this fucker betrayed you. And he's not going to want that.
I'm all for doing what we can to squeeze information out of him. Well, not all of what we can. I say,
If you want to go squeeze the man, by all means, go squeeze.
No, to squeeze information out of him. Okay,
There's plenty of squeezable in there.
I think it's important that we use him to get rah-rah, but I don't think we should even for a moment trust him. He's not just
We don't.
any member of the Empire. He's an officer. It takes a certain
doesn't-
degree of fucked up to
I'm
become
going to
an
lower
officer.
my voice like to where he definitely could not hear any of this.
Oh.
He does not know about the box, and we are not going to tell him about the box. He thinks that it is just gone. He has no idea it's in our possession. That stays with us. No one mentions the box to him unless we are 100% sure we can trust him, because we need to find a way to open that box. But we are not going to let the Empire know we have something that it wants.
Hey, you guys haven't seen the box.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think Kyle knows what that
I
is
just
yet.
remembered, by the way.
Or
We
what?
were-
Never seen
try
the
to
box.
tell
Cora
that-
saw it.
Yeah, you guys had to have R2R4 try to blast it open, didn't you?
Yeah, so
With a
Cora
torch?
never saw it. I don't know about
Yeah,
Kyle.
we tried everything.
Kyle
Even
might not.
Oh,
Garrett.
Kyle tried to open the box too. That's right.
Yeah, okay. I thought
yeah, we
Okay,
all
yeah.
tried to open the box.
I just don't remember why you think it's so significant. Like it's
Empire
one of those
thing.
things that Kyle's just like,
Tara's
sure.
just being obsessed with it, and,
Yeah.
and Kyle was just like, "Sure, we can go find a laser and open it or something."
Yeah.
The Empire was there for
I
that
say
box.
like,
They don't know we
Corelli.
have it. So we still have an advantage there. I don't know why they wanted the box, but it's possible if we can get that information out of him and we can show some evidence to the Empire, like, hey, your own dude betrayed you about that. We'll have some dirt on him just in case we need it. but hopefully we can flip him and have a nice little buddy in an Imperial suit.
Sure. It's a good plan. I just say he's not just a member of the Empire. He's an officer. All of us need to
Empire
go into
killed
this.
my father and kidnapped my mother, Kyle. I believe me, I'm not the first one to jump on their cheerleading bandwagon.
Then, so he'll listen to that because obviously, like you interrupted, he lets you finish your point, and then he turns, so he's looking at Cora, and he's like, all of us need to understand that he's most likely going to make every decision, even those for our benefit, because he's under duress. So I am 100% behind your plan. You know, I support everything you're trying to do, but let's just know what we're dealing with, okay? Like, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer, sure, but he is our enemy.
Agreed. As of right now, he is, but I'd like to at least make him hopefully an ally, and if not, we'll dispose of him as necessary, or if Cora promised him safe passage, then we'll take everything of significance that can find us off of him and we'll leave him be.
Your allies don't have to be your friends. I mean, we get along well enough, don't we, Siam?
I'm gonna remember the nut punch or nut kick. Yeah, I think we do.
I chuckle a little. Then I remember the nut punch and nut kick. Face drops.
Well, I think that everybody deserves a chance to prove that they are trustworthy. And I'd like to give him that.
Sure.
Do you really not know, Cora, about the Empire thing? Is that what this was all about?
It's that I wasn't told more than it happened. And
That's
then
fair.
without speaking to me, ordering the destruction of a ship that had possible information pertaining to Rara. There's just a lot of things.
Wait, destruction of a ship pertaining
The-
to Rara?
Imperial officer's ship.
Oh, that was a heat of the moment. Okay, so when you respond, like, it was our necks. We were saving our own asses.
There were other options.
The officer did say that the Proverb was not on the ship. So I don't know that we've gotten much. And based on the way that door was coming in, Cora, to be fair, I don't know that we could have held them off.
It's not talking to me. Not talking to me is a problem.
Okay, so
The
there
code
were
word was used. Was the code word not Jedi?
the
You did great, Tara. You did great.
the situation, that combat situation. I think we could try to talk about that and debate back and forth 1,000 times and never be satisfied with the results across the board here. And so I honestly am not going to try to excuse my actions on that one, because at any point, any angle, someone here is going to disagree with the decisions made, right? But if you're just talking about the fact that I have a history with the Empire, don't you know where I grew up?
I don't care about your history with the Empire as much as I care about you not telling me.
I didn't tell anybody for a long time.
You
It's
told
fucking
Trini.
weird that I hang out with people that know. Trini kind of like tricked it out of me, kind of. I don't know.
Hey, I did no such thing. Siam, back me up.
What? I wasn't there. What?
Come on, Siam. I did not trick him into it.
I believe you, Trini.
Cora believes you.
You have a lot to say to everybody besides me lately.
I believe that.
You believe what?
I don't even know what you're talking about. We've had okay.
I
Well,
believe you believe that.
Well, I believe that I didn't trick him.
I go,
Yeah.
Cora, you're in an emotional state that I think you're gonna have to kind of
Don't
figure
you
out.
dare patronize me.
Think you're gonna have to figure that out before we could like continue this conversation. But Empire was kind of the
Cora
past.
walks away. She did not take kindly to that.
It's kind of what I was talking about.
Trini
I
kind
do
of.
think you are handling the situation well.
I'm gonna like pat Kyle on the shoulder. Good job.
Hey,
I think this is going well.
I don't
Sarah is
understand
looking
where this stick came
Kyle
from, but
saying that.
Well, she
But-
found out you worked for the people that tortured her uncle and took Rara away. You can see why she's a little pissed.
yeah, but I mean, anybody who spends 30 seconds to think about the Empire controlling the entire galaxy knows that almost everybody in the entire galaxy worked for the Empire.
Maybe
mean-
you should have that conversation rather than
No,
like
it's-
Not everyone.
And he's just kind of like, he just stands up because he's like aggravated at the fact that he's been attacked this whole time. And he's just like, maybe it's just her fault for growing up on a backwater planet. And then it turns and walks back to the cockpit.
Oh, you're so lucky.
don't
she
lock the
didn't
door
hear
this
that.
Oh
time.
yeah, good thing she didn't hear that.
Trini
Tara, that would
Trini's
be a
like,
good time.
You actually probably could have heard it because I don't think he was being very secretive about saying it.
She
And
like
this ship is
ran
small.
into
Total
the
ass.
quarters and shut the door.
Tara, I think now would be a good time to conduct Kyle experiments.
Kyle, would you like to help me with my experiment?
You don't need to ask permission. I think just like you did with me. Go ahead, Tara. You have my blessing.
Initiating experiment O2.
Ah.
Word,
I'm gonna like
word,
walk away.
word, word, word.
I don't get the word thing. I'm gonna.
no, she's so right now she is
She's gonna
following
say it
you
for
around.
like 5 hours now.
Why?
You don't know.
It's an experiment.
Kyle doesn't know. That's true.
You could ask her though if you want to know.
Kyle would probably just. Dude, he's the cockpit. He's gonna ignore it.
You're in the
He
cockpit.
follows,
She's
she's
in the
gonna
cockpit.
follow. Follows him.
I'm gonna look at her and I think I'll say, "Lovely." Go back to what I'm doing.
Word, 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 word.
All right.
Never mind. Get up. I'm not gonna put it back on autopilot. I'm just gonna walk out of the cockpit and just go to like another room.
She
and
just
shut the
keeps
door.
following you everywhere you go.
Shut the door behind me and lock it. I got the captain's
She's gonna
quarters,
try to
motherfucker.
stop him from shutting the door and locking
Yeah,
it.
you should roll. You should roll to see if you get in. Before
Those
he
doors
shuts
shut quick.
Sure, good try. I think I'm a very dexterous, quick.
I would just
I
say
think
if you
that
want to
you-
So
roll,
opposed agility.
I was gonna say yeah, both of you gonna do an opposed. I'm looking
Athletics.
For, athletics is
Athletics.
strength. I think coordination would be more apt, maybe.
Sure.
Because it's
Sure.
athletics. No purple dice. Don't put any purple dice in your pool. It's just simply your 2 rolls. Whoever has the most successes and advantages.
Coordination.
Ladies first.
Because it's an agility skill and it's how fast you're moving.
Can I spend a light side point?
What?
By all
No.
means.
If you do, then I do, and that's
See, I'm
That's
like
a waste of
spend
light
my time
side
point
points.
to assist Tara.
You can't assist Tara in this.
If Scott locks the door successfully, I'm gonna get it open anyway.
2.
All right, there's 2 on hers. 2 and an advantage, so he wins.
Why do you have better coordination than Tara?
because I'm super agile. That's why I'm a great gunner.
The best part is you rolled
You're
with
not.
more than double that what she rolled with, but you only barely eked her out.
Because I'm Kyle.
Oh, yeah, it's great. So you find yourself in the captain's quarters and lock it out.
She's just standing outside of your door, going.
Word, word, word.
Did
word,
you out of
Listen,
game, Scott? Did you know
That
why
door
she's doing
is
that?
thick. Okay.
Also, can I somehow get into the intercom and
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh my
say you have
see
com.
him?
Mute.
I want to like be able to watch him.
Oh, watch him.
Yeah.
Not really.
Actually,
Make
honestly,
cockpit-
if there's a camera in there, R2R4 might even be able to do that for her.
yeah, it's possible.
I mean, she wouldn't have the capacity, but R2R4 is the best computer
Yeah, because
person on the
for
ship.
her experiment, she just wants to be able to see him.
Here's the thing: this ship is the YT-1760. It's worse than the Millennium Falcon, and the Millennium Falcon has no cameras on it. So
Fair.
Oh, okay.
No.
there's
That's
no
accurate.
cameras on it.
But the previous captain was into some stuff.
That's true.
All right.
If you ever guys want to modify it, you're welcome to, obviously.
Do I know why she's doing that? I have no clue.
I don't think in-game Kyle knows. Out of game, the reason is Siam was talking about how words can sometimes hurt, and she didn't understand what he meant. So she is now saying the word to see if it causes pain and duress.
Well, because he's already under pain and duress. Yes, I would say it exasperates pain and duress is a better description.
As I see him like go by and slam the door in the captain's quarters as she's saying word, like Tara, I believe that's a success to your experiment. It seems words can hurt.
He does not seem harmed.
I think you need to reanalyze his reaction
You
pattern.
hear me yell, "What the fuck!" like muffled through the door, and punch the door, and then go, "Ow!"
Yeah, she before you had said that to her, she like deactivated the case study, and she's like to re-engage it later. because she can't study him.
Yep, true.
So
All right, so Kyle goes,
couple
locks
left.
himself off, and then Cora does something similar, right? You go and lock yourself away.
Once I was fairly certain that Kyle had gone back to being a pouty baby, I would gather
Party drama.
I would gather like cards and board games and whatever we have tucked away on the ship, books, stuff like that.
Sure.
And then I would go to Siam. I'd be like, hey.
Trini's
Hey.
nearby.
I'm
She
just gonna,
followed
like
you,
glance
Siam,
at Tara standing by Kyle's doors, be like, "So what's the word?"
I'm going in, and it's time to start Operation Flip an Officer.
All right. Well, I
You
assume
got
you want to go
booze?
in for him. Yes, and I'll hand over a couple beers reluctantly.
He's a nice enough guy. I'm gonna need more than that.
Doesn't Kyle have some like
Why don't
wine?
you
Or
come hang out? We'll have fun.
you
could
want
all
me to
use it.
go? I'm bad cop. I don't know if I should be in there at the same time. I took away his data pad and told him I'd renege the deal. I don't think that I should assist.
All right.
But here's like, I'll hand her some beers, and you could always take Trini or Kyle in. They've not talked to him yet.
She kisses him on the cheek because her hands are full, and she's like, "This'll do." And goes to the.
Tara sees that you're having trouble carrying a bunch of bottles, and she comes and helps carry them for you.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thanks, Tara.
Okay.
What is
So-
happening on the ship today?
Drama, man. You guys had 2 episodes of like tense stuff.
Drama,
It's
but
all
everyone's-
unraveling.
everyone's like loving on Siam, even though it's,
No, I wasn't here for the first half and totally
true.
said no thanks to the recap and going, probably should have taken the recap.
All right. So Siam and Cora make their way over to the Imperial officer. As the door opens, the
no, I'm
lights-
not going.
Yeah, Siam's not.
Sorry,
going.
Cora's just going then. Okay.
And Tara's carrying bottles.
Sure. As you open the door, the lights are out still as they were. If you flip them on, he actually has his arm kind of laid over his eyes, and
I will hit the lights.
She turns the lights on.
oh, you learned.
Thanks, Tara.
He will lift his arm off his eyes, and he'll kind of squint a bit and push himself up. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. How long has it been?
How long has it been?
Only like a couple of hours, at most.
A couple hours. Is this a bad time?
No. I mean, it's up to you, right?" He says that with a chuckle.
No, it's genuinely up to you. If you want to be left alone, I will leave you alone.
I got nothing else going on. Come on in.
All right. I'm gonna like make myself comfortable across from him or whatever,
Sure.
and lay out the games and stuff that I found, and then slide him a beer.
He eyes the beer kind of suspiciously for a little bit, but
It's sealed.
oh, okay. Didn't know if he popped the cap, but he'll pull it
Tara
over.
will put
I
down
say
the-
that to him. Cora
Oh.
says that to him.
Okay.
Sealed.
So he'll take it and nod. He'll looking at the board games like, so
It's your poison.
are we just having a board game night then?
Yeah, let's hang out.
Did you talk to Siam at all?
No.
He just doesn't even question it, not for a second. And he's like, and he just kind of gestures at one of the many board games you brought. And he's like, I always liked that one as a kid.
All right, let's go.
And
I have to warn you, it was my favorite as a kid too.
well, let's battle of the minds. And
She's
he'll
scared,
happily
'cause
start.
She's not very smart.
And he will happily start playing a board game with you. Now, is the point here to play just for small talk? Learn about him, renegotiate? What are you looking to do here?
I want to make him like me,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that I should work on making him like me and making sure that his stay is really comfortable and pleasant.
Okay.
As far as prisoner status goes.
Sure. So you'll start playing a board game with him, and he'll have a drink, and light talk will start. Just light conversation.
What are your hobbies?
Yeah, exactly. That kind of thing. Until eventually, he warms up to you quickly. Again, Cora is an incredibly warm personality. She is, it's hard to resist her natural charm. And as he's playing, he
We'll
just-
say that Tara's there playing
Sure.
as well.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. He'll try and if Tara's like interested in learning, he finds this fascinating and enjoyable to try and watch how quickly you pick up on things.
I'm gonna at least turn him on to Terra's initiative too, and be like,
Sure.
you know, all droids are this cool when you take off their restraining bolts.
I wouldn't know. We were never rich enough to have one in the family, and the only ones I've worked with are the Empire droids.
Affirmative. We are all very cool.
He looks to you and it's like, I am going to agree with pretty much everything you say, just so you know.
Probably a good idea at this point.
So looking over to Corey, he's like, so, mind if I ask kind of a personal question?
Sure.
How'd you end up with them?
A job, actually. Funny enough.
Is the job still happening, or just ended up liking them a lot?
We've been through a lot together. That one job was a very big job, and it's over. But
Good.
these people are my family now.
Well, you did say you have an uncle that you're not sure if is still alive or not, so they might not be the only family you have.
Hopefully.
Did you grow up with your uncle?
Couldn't grow up with my mom or dad, so I was a farmer with my uncle, and without saying too much,
Sure.
the Empire came after me, and my uncle complied with them completely, and they left him bleeding out on the ground in the middle. And she's like getting misty-eyed.
He notices and seems very sympathetic when you talk about that. It's like, well, much like I said before, I don't think you and I are too different. I lost my family at a young age too, except I didn't have an uncle to go to after.
You were on your own?
For a while until I enlisted. Unfortunately, the tables were turned. My
The
family
rebels
was...
killed your family.
Take the words from my mouth.
Why on earth would they do that?
My village, the area I was living, some visitors had come. We didn't know who they were. They were clearly on the run. We took them in. They looked like they needed food, water, and a place to stay. So we did. They were there for a few days before the sounds of explosions and distant blaster fire started approaching. And I've come to find out those particular people who were keeping safe were Imperials who had survived an assault. They were on the run looking to hide. The rebels had found them and pretty much scorched earth my village, for what it's worth, to make sure they got who they needed to get. I ran before I was caught up in it all.
I can tell you right now that I am involved with neither the rebels nor the Empire.
Well, I can't say the same.
Right.
I do not have family.
You could say the same.
I owe the Empire everything. I have a home. I have a family. I have money because of them. They
You
gave
have a
me everything.
family.
Yeah, a family.
Tell me about them.
A wife and 2 children. Not going to say much more than that.
That's
Unless
fair.
you would like to make a charm roll at a difficulty of 4 purple dice.
Okay, actually, yeah, I do. I will just say that's a shame. I've always wanted children. Would love to hear about yours.
Sure.
Oh.
You succeed. It takes him a while. You kind of poke and pry, but not like in an annoying way, but like you said, you're more in an empathetic way. You're more trying to relate to him. And eventually, he does open up about his kids a little bit. He doesn't necessarily talk about like specifics about where they live and stuff, but he'll give
Right.
he'll give their first names, and just he's like one is 10, the other is 13.
What
They
if
are hopefully doing well in on Coruscant.
we could protect them too?
It's not going to work like that. Sorry. I appreciate genuinely what you're trying to offer, but the safety and the opportunities the Empire have offered me are
They're terrible. They're terrible people.
some of them, not all of them.
It's a terrible organization that runs on terrible, terrible means.
They were. Not anymore.
I'm afraid I would take more convincing than that, and I'd drink my beer.
It's true that when the Emperor fell, the Empire itself kind of collapsed inward. But there are those now that are looking to bring about the resurgence of an empire that is more accepted by the general public. One that does not operate on torture and fear and racism, but instead law, order, structure, and peace.
I can get behind peace. She
What I-
like chuckles.
It's like, and while I enlisted during the reign of the Emperor, and I fully believed that what they were trying to do in the end was a good thing, even if their means were not, those that are around still today more align with my personal views. And I can't abandon that.
I won't ask you to again.
Listen, if you don't want to make this a deal, I can't ask you or expect you to do anything with me. All I would ask...
Oh, I want to make this deal. I must have Rara safe.
Siam doesn't. So it seems that your party is at odds.
It's a really
And-
good thing I'm the captain of this ship.
It sure is. If I am freed, I will give you my contact information. I won't ask for yours. I'll give you mine. But if I am not freed, and something does happen, I just ask you don't kill me. Sell me to slavery, send me to somebody, sell me off to a bounty. Just don't kill me. I'd rather have
He's gonna reach across and like touch his hand and be like, "You will be freed, safely and unharmed."
I believe you as much as you believe me.
She's gonna like toss down the books and be like, "Wait, who won? Who won the board game?" Should we
The
roll
board
something?
game. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's have opposing. What would be a good one here? He chose a war game, so it'll be opposing warfare rolls.
Oh, okay.
However, you're welcome to jump in and roll a warfare roll as well, Tara, since he was teaching you the game along the way.
Against how many purple? Or none?
It's just
Duh.
opposing.
Yeah.
None. I just need to
Okay.
open up my NPC rolls sheet real quick.
War games. Warfare?
Yep, it was a war game.
Love games.
Love games. Okay, let's do it. Oh, I rolled with all the difficulty dice. still
Yeah,
there.
you should
Not do that.
probably
Let's
reroll
try
that.
again, and it's not that many greens either. Hilariously,
Jesus, he has some good warfare knowledge.
he has some decent warfare knowledge. But we lose to Cora. Cora actually wins the game
I expect you'll be wanting a rematch sometime.
Why did you lose 2 greens on that?
because I accidentally gave myself an extra 2 greens on the roll. What is that crackling? Does anybody else hear that, or is it just me?
I think
I'm
it's
here.
Wade.
Uh-oh. I'll mute a second. Hang on.
Okay, I just hear. Anyway, so you win, and as you say, I'm assuming it's standing up and readying to leave.
I'm trying to decide whether I should leave or just like have fun with him.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Is this better?
Yeah,
Okay.
I want
Yes, I,
want
don't
to
hear
do-
crackling yet, so I'll let you know.
to do whatever it takes to make him like really just like me as a person and
Just-
build trust with him.
With how nice you've been, you just need to make me a charm roll
Okay.
at an easy difficulty, so 1 purple.
Okay.
You have been nothing but hospitable. You've done everything.
I
about
was a
keeping your-
real dick to him last episode though.
True, but that was towards the end, and you, in a way, he sort of deserved it. Okay, he very much likes you.
Okay.
At the end, you're laughing, all of you. Maybe even Tara is throwing her own laughs at,
Ha 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 ha.
delayed laughter.
I like this game. I would like to play again.
She's
I will
telling
be-
jokes.
Yeah. By the end, he's laughing and drinking and having a great time.
Good. When it's like bedtime or whatever,
Sure.
I'll
Head
excuse
on out.
myself and tell him that I'll bring you breakfast. the morning.
Sure. Tara, do you leave as well when Cora leaves?
I guess not at first. She'll start picking up the boxes and stuff.
Sure. He'll help you pick it up.
Okay.
And when
I
you
think Siam's sitting out there with a newspaper and his glasses, and he turns on a light. You were out late.
What were his hobbies, by the way?
He actually says there, in the life of the Imperial Navy, there's not much time for hobbies, but when he gets home and is able to see his family, he loves fishing. Fishing is his go-to.
Okay.
Other than that, he doesn't get too much shore leave. Eventually, you'll make your way out. What do you do?
Go to bed.
Okay. So you guys are going to be on this hyperlane for like another day. And before you arrive at... what's it called? Uteketu Neb is the planet that you're going to be arriving at for the first part of the journey.
Obviously, eventually I'd come out of the room and eventually head back to the cockpit. It was just probably for a couple of hours I was in there.
Okay. What do you do when you come out?
Head to the cockpit and cockpit.
Okay. Just do your own thing.
I do that thing that
You
I
do the astrogation piloting thing?
Yeah.
Oh, if you left your room, I guess that means Tara will rejoin you.
Tara, before she leaves the room, says to the guy,
They
Word.
let me free. I am sure they will let you.
That's encouraging coming from you, oddly, when he says that with a smile. I mean it, by the way, as you walk
tries to smile too.
I imagine since
lights
you have
up like
no
a mouth
the
thing.
mouth lights up or something. As Tara's about to leave, he's like, I mean it, if everything goes well, I know I can get you those spare parts you're looking for.
I count on it.
So Scott, when you arrive at Utegetu Neb, the next shot is onto Rago, and then from there you should be able to get to Ancien and get back on a highway that'll lead you back towards Biblios. Once you're on the highway, I'm not going to have you roll too many because you are literally probably like 15 rolls if we really wanted to do all 15 rolls. Actually, let me count them real quick.
15
Because you don't count per start. Like we did this before. It's actually, I think Maggie might even still have a copy pasted somewhere.
Yeah, this is all the planets
I do.
off any highway right now. So you went from Ilum to Ugetu Neb.
Yeah, Maggie still has the notes for it. So we just reverse that if you wanted to roll it all
Here,
again.
I will
Yeah.
paste it in chat.
See, that's how many it would be.
Okay, so reverse that. We'll just say you went from Ilum to the redoubt to the Ugetu Neb. Now you need to go to Ancien.
Okay, so I need to do one. I don't remember the difficulty.
I do. From here to Ancien, it's 3 purples.
Did
Okay.
we stop at Anshin last time? I feel like we didn't.
One of these worlds is Trini's Backwater World. I just don't remember which one it is.
Oh, I do.
I thought hers was really close to
It was Anshin.
Oh,
Okay, so yeah, you're about to be at Ancien, and that's her old homeworld. Where you
Okay,
picked
You
her
want
up.
to stop there?
I feel like we should stop there, give her an opportunity to get off the ship and go home if she wants, or at least see her family, and get supplies and stuff.
Okay.
That's fair.
So, Scott, if you want to use R2, R4, he has a better Astro.
Yep, I thought so. I'm just trying to find him. There he is. 2 and 1. I'm 1 and 2. So that will be, we're going to give him a blue die for my assist. And I'll roll that right now. And then we take advantage of my black ability.
Yep.
All right, ready, set, go.
Should
That's
only be
wrong.
3.
Wrong. Yeah,
Yep.
wrong purples.
Yep.
So reroll. Ready, set, go.
Wow!
Woo!
Wow!
Yeah,
That's a much
right.
different roll.
The astrogation is beautifully done. And in doing so, you actually are able to, when you arrive there, you'll actually just be leaping out of...
Reunite with Cora and we spoon all night long. All friendships are mended. That's right. That's my triumph.
Kyle's gonna have to
Wait, what?
make a really big effort.
That's actually R2, R4's triumph.
Fuck.
That's true. Hilarious.
He fashions together
Although
an
R2 and
enhanced.
R4 are super close.
Oddly,
I love
R2, R4, Scott, while you're piloting, gives you the silent treatment pretty much the entire time.
Why?
You can,
2 or 4 and I actually have,
Scott.
like, we actually have a good rapport.
yes, you do. He's not mad at you per se if you do try and talk, but he's torn.
Oh yeah, Tara's back in there too.
Does Tara actually come in and start that? Okay. So I'll actually say after like the first like 5 or 6 words, I'll actually look at her and be like, Tara, no, sorry, T3R4, what the fuck are you doing?
Word, word, word.
She sends you like a text message type of thing that says,
Without even looking down, I'm just like, oh my god, it's happened. It's happening. It's happening. Okay. Okay, R2R4, we're gonna have to disable T3R4. We're gonna have to disable T3R4.
You just,
it's
R2
about to go off the handle.
R2R4 looks to you and just goes whoop whoop and like
No,
rolls
no.
backward away from you like hell no.
No, R2R4, what are you doing? It's about to go off the handle. Oh shit, I'm alone in here with it.
I'm just laying back there, just like,
and the
What's
message.
up,
If
T3R4? I
Read the
still don't
message.
look
I'll
down.
let you know what it says.
Still don't. I imagine I'm so focused on this right
Okay.
now because I'm always scared of T3R4.
Yeah.
So the idea that it's like breaking in front of me is frightening. It's a little distracting. So I look. I'm like, hey,
Word,
T3R4,
word.
are you feeling okay?
She's like backing up away from you if you're coming towards her, and she's still sending you messages.
So I imagine after if I'm like, you're not okay. I imagine it's a PDF. I got a BlackBerry. Okay, it's a BlackBerry.
It's a data pad, all right?
You know, like, what does it say?
I am doing a case study. You are experiment 03.
Of? I say out loud.
Whether words can hurt you.
I mean, I suppose some words could be emotionally upsetting, but saying the same word over and over again is just
Word,
frustrating or infuriating. It might lead to your physical harm.
see, I was just dozing off.
And then you have a bunch of messages from her that are like, because you were what'd you say? You said you were gonna have to turn me off.
Yeah, disable you.
You have messages that are like,
no, you cannot turn me off. Do not turn me off. Do not do so. Do not do that.
I read these messages to myself and I just go, out of context. This would be so much fun. I'm like, oh, so you're just going to stand next to me and say the same word over and over and over again for an extended period of time until you come to the realization that it cannot cause harm?
Word, word.
Why do we keep broken old equipment on this beautiful new ship?
I am not broken. Word, word, word.
Ah,
I love this crew.
it's okay.
Okay.
I'm going to go walk into the cockpit and try to shut the door.
I'm in the cockpit with you.
They said you backed away.
Not that far. Were you walking forward, pushing me out of the room? You didn't
No.
say you
It was not doing that.
were.
And I imagine T3R4 learned your lesson from last time anyway, so. Be like, well, okay.
She sits in the co-pilot seat.
I'll just sit there and I'm just going to start like, at first I'm quiet and then I start like singing really loud, like songs to try to like sing over it. Does T3R4 increase the volume to counter the increased volume?
Oh no. She's going to keep all variables the same for her test.
I imagine
You
eventually.
even notice that she like keeps a specific distance from you. So if you like move forward, she like moves back. And it's always like this specific distance that she's keeping from you.
I'd probably have fun with that. Like go to take a step forward, but jump backwards.
See, I'm gonna come in at like some point, like a few hours in, and just be like, "Glad everything's going well up here." Hope
Siam, this is your fault!
Word, word,
Siam, is this you?
word,
Siam!
word.
I was experiment 02, Kyle. I don't know.
Oh, but how was the recommendation you made? Is this kind of like recommend a friend for this job?
Tara's experiment, Kyle. How dare you accuse me? Tara, please continue. I didn't mean to
You
interrupt.
get a message from, she continues saying it, but you get a message from her, Kyle, that says,
He did request the experiment.
All right, see you guys later.
Word, 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 word,
All right.
Ugh.
word.
Eventually, it breaks down to just this.
With every word on the offbeat, his head slams against the cockpit.
Tara does note this, and is looking at your head to examine if you took damage.
Oh, absolutely. I imagine I eventually have marks or a bruise there.
If I hear you slamming your head, which I imagine I would if it's loud enough, I'll be like, Kyle, if it gets to be too bad, I hear the airlock works.
Word, word, word.
All right. Approaching Anshin. Does anybody want to do anything before we arrive at Anshin?
Throw the droid out the airlock. See, I'm had a good idea.
I assume that I'm sleeping, so I can probably get rid of the strain from last episode.
Same.
Yeah, you're good on this on the strain, no doubt. Getting to Anshin is very not bad. It's like a two-day trip from where you're at. If you guys have nothing else you'd like to do on the second day, we can just fast forward to when we arrive at Anshin.
Does what's her name? Cora come anywhere near? I'm not saying he would engage, but does she come anywhere near around Kyle?
I imagine it's a pretty small ship.
It's not that small, guys. It's huge. Wicked huge. But I mean, like, is it any even so much of a thing? Not like, let's say I'm leaving the pisser and she's walking in. Is it one of those things where she's like, "Oh, sorry," or is it like I'm intentionally going to look away, look
She's
down?
perfectly cordial,
Okay.
but not warm and friendly.
Perfect.
Like it normally is with you two.
So it's one of those things where if anybody else is observing, 100% reciprocation to her. However, anytime she like walks past, there's always that like, oh, like this clearly like some sort of like regret or guilt or whatever on Kyle, but doesn't show it to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when we get there and land, Cora is gonna just be hanging out on the ship until everybody leaves.
Sure. Trini basically would like to visit her family, but she doesn't need to stay here any longer than a day, really.
Okay.
Actually, when
I tell her also to get some of that moonshine
she's like, great idea.
as much as she can.
Before we all split up here, I just want to remind everyone the last time we were here, there was some sleepwalking, weird dream phenomenon stuff went on. We might want to be a little mindful that there might be something here that's fucking with our heads. Just throwing that out there before we start taking naps and whatnot.
That's a great idea, Siam. Why don't you come with me when I go see my family? Keep me safe. My parents,
I'm
they're
gonna look at
wonderful
Cora
people.
or Tara, or I'm gonna look at anyone who's around. Like,
Cora is definitely nearby because they were just talking.
You know, that's a really good idea. T3R4 finished the experiment on me. Maybe T3R4 should go with the two of you so it can also experiment on Trini.
Not with my parents. They're not part of this.
I don't think it's a really good idea. I think that the experiment was fully concluded.
Genuinely surprised. Huh?
I need more than 2 case studies. Also, each case study proved to have different outcomes. Therefore, my conclusion is not complete.
Should probably circle back around to case study too.
oh,
Figure out the experiment later. No experimenting on the planet, okay?
But
Okay.
Trini then looks to Siam with kind of big doughy eyes, like awaiting an answer if you're going to come.
Siam, you should go protect her.
My family makes great moonshine.
Sure, I'll go with.
Good roll. I like it.
Thank you.
Also, Tara does keep into account you told her to redo case study 2.
Gonna loop right back around to you,
Case
Kyle.
study 2 is Kyle.
No, case study 2. I'm case study 3.
Yeah. You were case study 2 also.
I'm 3.
You were
Wait.
2 and 3. 2 was when you locked yourself in the captain's corner. Case study 1 is Siam. Case study 2 did not have a conclusion. She's like, you know what? You're right. I do need to redo case study 2.
Kyle's very intelligent. He doesn't have a lot of cunning.
That's true. When you agreed, Siam, Trini kind of like just like a little like "Ee!" and like runs over and like latches herself on your arm and she's like, "You're gonna love my family. And she's like, come on, let's go! And like he ushers you off the ship with excitement.
I'm gonna look back at Cora and just like kind of glare as I'm like being yanked along with skipping Trini.
I'm
towards
gonna
her.
send him a text message that says, "You're gonna have fun."
Great until nightmares start occurring.
Wink, wink, wink.
I had one that I remember here, right? I had
Yep,
one.
yeah, remember 1. Cora remembers 2.
Okay.
I only had one here.
I thought you had
Yeah,
2.
you had-
Oh no, I had. You're right. You're right. There was the ship
Yeah.
that we were just on.
Yep. All right.
Does T3 or 4 leave the ship to go do something as well?
She has nothing to do on this planet. She needs to go somewhere where she can have, or maybe if there's machines here that I could use.
You could
That's
totally,
not
All
on this.
kinds of farming equipment and stuff.
Yeah, there's
you
a
could
lot
totally
of
take
farming.
R2, R4 to go scrounge up equipment and stuff like that. He's both the mechanic and the computers.
I'm gonna get back in the comment, like, hey, somebody should keep watch on the ship just in case our friend is
That's
crafty
me.
and finds way out of his room.
I got it.
All right. See you soon.
Everybody else go get supplies or whatever.
Do you go do something, T3 or 4? ... For no reason. Asking for a friend?
Friend named Kyle.
Curious why. She would not go out like without a reason to. Because her goal was that other planet that we were planning to go to. That's the one where she's gonna look for a thing.
It's gonna be one of those obnoxious moments at the end of the party where like one person's clearly trying to stay late to like talk to somebody else in private, but then like the other person just doesn't leave because they don't realize it's probably a good idea to leave to give this person the moment they need for the privacy. And so it's like after like staying there for way too long, and I imagine Cora just getting frustrated because she was kind of hoping that everybody would leave, Kyle would be like, oh, what the fuck? And just like grab his jacket and walk off the ship, like realizing and way too long has passed before he just gives up and leaves the ship.
All right, I'm gonna look over at Tara and I'm gonna be like, "You ever been fishing?"
Fishing. No.
Would you like to?
I
Yes.
would have liked to.
You're not there.
Maybe I will
Oh, I
think
know.
fishing is attractive.
Come with me, Tara, and I'm gonna go into the passenger seating area.
Sure. When you're in there, he's reading one of the books you left him. No, he's playing one of the board games you left him by
Hey,
himself.
Z,
He looks up. Oh, hey, Cora.
I have a surprise for you.
$1 million.
I do not want you.
What's the dollar?
Credits.
I do not want you to cross me, and I'm gonna give
We
you.
have 1,000,000 credits.
We do not have 1,000,000 credits, Tara. Not a damn sight close to that. But how do you like to go fishing?
He takes a moment, looks a little confused, like, are you about to cross me?
No,
I would love to go fishing.
I'm gonna take him fishing.
He eagerly follows.
We're gonna go buy some fishing stuff and some beers.
Okay.
Um,
We'll say that'll run you about 25 credits total for
Okay.
everything. When you step off the ship, he actually like takes like a deep breath and kind of lets the sun hit his face a bit. It's like, I've never been here before, I don't think. Where are we?
Anshin?
We have been here before.
It's a really pleasant little planet.
It looks like a place I would take my family on a vacation.
Wonderful.
Lead the way.
I'm gonna calm Trini and I'm gonna be like, "Where's a good spot for fishing?"
Takes about 30 minutes before you hear back from Trini. And she gives you, she names like a local lake nearby that you could walk to in an hour.
And we go.
Okay. And he follows along. Not once does he leave your sight if you ask him
Hour walk?
to. Yeah, an hour walk.
That's a long walk.
Yeah. You could speeder bike it if you wanted to. You have one, don't you?
I mean, for
have
Tara,
one,
she
but
doesn't
I'm
care.
Yeah. Sure.
Also, not good at piloting.
If you give him the option, actually, he would actually prefer to walk. He'd like to stretch his legs a bit and kind
Alright.
of enjoy
Cool. We walk then.
the outdoors. And the whole way, like he stays within your sights. If you ever, he's pretty open, he's pretty kind, and just enjoys your company in the outdoors. And
Yeah, I imagine she like sings songs with him and like and they're silly and fun together. Yeah.
Yeah, he has a great time. And when he goes fishing, he really just kind of relaxes as best he can when he goes fishing.
Good shit.
Okay. Trini, on the other hand, with you, Siam, when you meet their family, they are not nearly as energetic as she is. They seem much more relaxed. The dad shows up much later during the day. He had a shift to work in the farm, in the fields. But eventually, when you know her brother and her mother and father are all there, they do break out the aforementioned moonshine and offer you a glass.
I will happily accept and try to drink it in a semi-respectable way rather than chug it like I really want to do.
Hilariously, as you start to sip, the father just chugs. He downs.
As soon as
that
I
shit.
see that, I'm like, I do like a sigh and I just down it.
And they're very at least the dad is very affable. The mom is more reserved, more mouse-ish and quiet. The dad is much more boisterous, and the more he drinks, the more boisterous he gets, until a point in the night where he's like, Siam, you know what we should go do?
Drink.
Shoot things.
That's my second favorite thing to do.
Not again.
You know,
I got me a couple cops.
Trini was never good at hitting targets. But man, me and my boy love to go shoot at some of the vermin that run around the fields. Sounds something you enjoy?
Hey, I'm game if you're game. Plus, I'm sure Trini could use the practice.
She kind of perks up when you mention her, and she's like, I would love to.
Yo, I'm so sorry. Time out. I meant to give her one of the guns from the fight from last time.
Sure.
I imagine I did that when we were training.
We have some extra ones anyway from.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But Trini's father's like, as you kind of pull out your pistol and stuff, he's like, no. Put that away. We're using some family heirlooms for this. It's a special night. Moonshine doesn't get cracked out too often.
Unbuttoning his pants, I'm good with it.
No, he doesn't. Okay. And he pulls out some old blaster rifles, or rather, some old blaster pistols.
I got a gun for you, Sonny.
He hands you one. It's definitely archaic looking, or at least beyond a model that you are not familiar with at all. And he labors you with the story of how this pistol is centuries old. It comes from his great-great-great-great-grandfather, who was also a security enforcer here on this planet. And he tells you this big story about how he saved this village back in the day from an invasive animal species that was ripping up and tearing up all the fields and ruining their crops and blah, 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 blah. And it was this rifle, or this pistol that he slides to you that killed the last one of them. And it was with this pistol that the crops were allowed to flourish again, and he wants to see how good you are with it.
All right, fair enough.
So he takes you out to the fields, he sets up a couple of bottles, and he also says, now if you remain real quiet, and just give it some time, some of them vermin will make themselves known. Especially if, and then he reaches into a pocket and starts throwing out some, some just seed and stuff into the fields and stuff. Especially if there's food to be found. And through the night, he's very eager to just shoot the shit with you, literally and figuratively.
Great. Siam loves small talk with farmers. He has a lot to say.
Yeah,
We
the
can do a
conversation.
lot of listening and a lot of drinking.
And that's actually what it is. It's a whole lot of him babbling about stuff that, in the end, Sam probably doesn't care about at all. But you're all liquored up, so shooting things is fun. Drinking is fun.
Hey,
Trini's,
two of my favorite things, one of my least favorite things. They balance out.
it balances out. And if you didn't have a great night tonight, he certainly did. He had a great time. He doesn't often have people
If
to
I'm
tell.
drinking and shooting, I'm sure I did.
Yeah,
You impressed the parents-in-law.
you definitely did without
Great.
even trying.
Oh, the puppy's man's best friend.
I can't wait for experiment O2 to resume.
Kyle, what are you doing
You'll be
on this
hunting
night?
him.
Kyle, everywhere he goes, is always paranoid that somebody's out to get him because of the bounty. So he doesn't go into town and is apparently not welcome on his own fucking ship. So he literally walks off the ship, looks back, looks to the left, looks to the right, says, "This is fucking ridiculous. I don't even understand what's going on. I probably should have been paying more attention." And then turns to takes a turn to the right, walks like 50 feet into the woods or whatever brush is over there,
Yeah.
lies down on the ground and stares at the sky going, "I'm so confused right now."
Oh.
and literally we'll stay there until like nightfall, and eventually we'll go back onto the ship, go into the captain's quarters, and just shut the door and go to bed.
That's heartbreaking.
Aw,
Actually,
I feel so bad for Kyle.
I love it, but I feel bad for Kyle at the same time. The first one's back,
Still that captain's quarters.
right? Company.
I get the big bedroom.
More
Wade,
space to be alone in.
Siam, you're kept out as late as they can keep you out. If you never say let's go back,
If
they
we're
offer you a
drinking and shooting. I'm good to stay out as long as
they let you know they got a sleeping roll they can
The
let you
longer
borrow.
I'm with the family, the less I'm just one-on-one with Trini, and I can keep things like kind of arm's length.
Yeah, so the father offers you like a bedroll if you want to use one that he's got stashed up if you want to sleep in their place tonight and stay comfortable.
Sure.
But
I might wake up in a terrible sleepwalk anyway.
how hard did you go on the drinks? How hard would
However
Siam go?
hard the dad went, I probably would have tried to keep pace. I drink a lot. I probably have a pretty high tolerance, so
Oh no.
good shit. Then yeah, he was drinking.
It's moonshine.
If he was going, I was going with him.
I need from you.
Oh hell yes.
Well, you went on a journey, that's for sure.
I died of alcohol poisoning tonight on this night, guys.
1 purple and 2 red resilience check.
I have 1 green in resilience. Woo!
Oh boy.
You do not.
Oh man.
There's a point in the night where memories cease, and you don't remember much.
It's been there before.
Those are the best Siam nights.
Blackout drunk.
Cora?
Are you gonna wake up naked next to Trini?
That's
Over-
what I
over-
was just realizing.
Or her dad.
Or her dad? Oh, that's even weirder.
Cora
you know what?
and Tara.
Wait, Cora drank too, or C?
No.
was that just-
That's just
Oh.
Siam with
We're
Trini's
having
family.
a couple of beers while we're fishing. We're
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, like a relaxing night
Yeah.
fishing. You know, he happily chats with you. He happily answers any questions Tara may ask him about, you know, what's happening or, you know, fishing or whatever. And you guys have a pretty pleasant night out by the
I'm gonna be
by the
pushing
lake.
the Terra agenda on him more too.
Oh, so what do you mean
about,
by the
like-
Terra agenda?
The freeing droids, man.
Oh, okay, gotcha. He's actually very, as you talk about, he's just very interested. He seems very, not necessarily dismissive of the fact that droids are, you know, people and have a personality once the restraining bolt goes. But he finds it interesting in the fact that their programming goes so haywire without a restraining bolt, and that they seem to have personalities in this stuff. And he says it in a way that's not, he's not doing it in an offensive manner. It's just, that's
Ignorance?
yeah,
Yeah.
more or less. It's an ignorance thing out of him. The only droids he's ever truly encountered throughout his life is those that belong to the Empire, and all of them have restraining bolts. Every single one. But conversations go. And eventually, you know, the night gets dark and you're going to want to make your way back before it gets too dark and everything's pitch black and you can't find your way back. So you'll be the first ones back other than Kyle, who's already in the captain's quarters.
I would want to make sure that we were the first ones back.
Okay, if that's what you want to do. Well, he only walked 50 feet away. So if you're the first ones back, he's going to see you come back.
Yeah, no, because it was one of those. I literally stayed in the same spot, staring at the sky. Probably passed out at some point in time. Eventually, got up and went over there. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
whatever narration she prefers, I don't care.
Like about when it starts to get dark is when we would head back because we assume that Siam took a liking to the moonshine. Like that was legit why I sent him with Trini.
For
So
the
that I
moon
could
shot,
get-
specifically.
yes, so that I could get this dude out and go fishing.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
100%. That was what it was about. It was a bonus that it was Trini's family.
Oh, the hiccup.
Oh no!
Oh, they're back!
Oh, oh,
We
man.
start
It's all
with the
that
hiccups, we end.
moonshine.
All right, yeah, that's fine.
And I'd probably just keep hanging out with him because
Sure.
he's my friend now.
Yeah, he chats with you the whole time.
I would probably just stay in his room with him until bedtime and hang out, play board games.
Kyle, when you make your way back on the ship, you'll hear chitter chatter coming from that room.
How many droids do you know?
On a personal level, or just how many have I worked with in the past?
Both.
0 to the first one, countless to the other.
How many of them are free?
Not a single one. under my knowledge.
Now you know one.
She looks at Cora and she's like,
We must change this.
Yeah. Gather the droids, Tara. Let's have a party.
The dumb droids and Terra and R2R4 and
Yeah.
Yes. We will free them all and have a party.
I'm so happy Kyle went to bed.
I don't know if I'm happy Siam went to bed or not yet.
And so the rest of you will have your drinks and have a droid party, and I can imagine it's hilarious looking with the dumb droids just being like, "What needs fixing? What needs fixing?" over and over again, trying to. But then
And
you know,
R2R4.
and R2R4 loves it. You know,
I
giving
taught
her-
them how to
Cora's
dance.
dancing with everyone. Oh my
Sure.
god, it's the best party of all time.
But you will all eventually fall asleep, and the morning will roll around, and not a dream comes by, and you have a sound sleep. Siam, you wake up first, on the floor, on the bedroll, kind of, mostly kind of splayed out, missing some articles of clothing. However, you're not fully revealed, and curled up next to you, kind of in a ball, is Trini. She is wearing like a long shirt. And not much else. That you can tell at least by looking.
This is her parents' house, right?
Correct.
This is like teenage Siam's coming back here. He's like hopping up. He's looking for clothes.
Your clothes are like in a ball tossed off to the side. You can see them. Trini's
Finding
clothes.
them.
Trini's clothes are nearby as well.
She can stay asleep. I'm gonna try to stealth past and just get dressed.
Without
What's-
waking her up.
Yeah, what's the difficulty on that?
You're hungover. So this is
Yep.
going to be a stealthy check against two purple and a red,
Done.
and a black dice.
Okay. Okay.
Got this.
Oh shit.
As you're like tiptoeing and your head hurts and the room is
I like fall into the wall as I'm trying to get my
blurry.
pants on.
Yeah, you kind of like catch your foot hooks almost onto her, but you're like caught it just in time, but your balance isn't quite what it needs to be. And like you said, you kind of tip and you actually accidentally knock over an empty couple of glasses that fall to the ground, breaking one of them, and it jolts Trini awake. She's like, oh, my head. My head hurts.
Yeah, yep, that makes two of us.
Siam.
Uh,
Like as you say, yeah, my head hurts. You see her reaching up, feeling like Siam.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's
Watch
me.
where your hands are going.
God.
Yeah.
She like
we
starts
should-
patting herself. She's like, where are my clothes? have
I
sh-"
don't know where. There. I'm gonna point somewhere. There. I think.
She eventually pulls her hand down. She's like squinting off to the side, and the light is clearly killing her right now. And she's like, and she just starts to. She gets like on all fours, and she starts to like slowly crawl towards her clothing.
Yep. I'm gonna completely like avert gaze and just get dressed. Not.
And over time, and slowly and clumsily, she starts putting her clothing on. Do you watch
Actually,
at all?
There's one peak. There's one peak.
There's one
I
peek.
already took a
What
test
As
last night.
your
I'm
peak
pregnant.
shows, your peak shows.
There's one peak.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. I don't need to make that roll yet.
We're gonna have 6 puppies.
The peak gives you a clear view that she was at least wearing underwear.
Okay.
Oh, she
that's
had her
all-
runners
No,
on.
what about the long boob check?
Long boobs are hanging there. It is morning time.
And she's
Yes, not a morning
hungover.
Yeah,
boy.
she's incredibly hungover.
There's
so
like
extra long
5
boob.
foot tall Trini and 6 foot long boob just chilling.
They are down to the floor, dude. Yeah.
And eventually, she's got her clothes on, and she's like, I think my dad has something in the bathroom that'll help. This.
Yeah, pistol. He's gonna kill me. We
She's like, what? Why? Why is she's? What'd you do?
I don't know. What did happen? Where are your clothes? Where are my clothes? Where are you?
I don't. Are you were we sleeping next to each other or something?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Oh. Oh.
Oh did we?
What's in the closet? What's helping us?
Did we get?
He opens the medicine cabinet and it's just more moonshine.
She will eventually come out with a couple of like tablets for you to swallow that are just like
We should
medical stuff.
go. I should go back to the. You should family. I should go.
If we in my dad's house, that means
Nope. Nope. I'm gonna
Well,
go.
the only way he'd allow it is if he married us last night. And I mean, he could. He has that power.
What?
I'm
I
just.
can't find my firefly. Please
I'm
try
gonna look down to see if there's like
Please try
is
to
it rings. I don't know what the merit is in space.
This is the best
There's no
day
rings.
of my life.
Yeah, I'm so into this whole episode. Actually.
Well, my dad would if we slept together
I
without.
I was shooting squirrels. I don't know how that. This was
But-
not the target I was aiming for last night. I don't know what happened.
I've shot a few squirrels in my day.
I'm just
I
saying.
don't
I'm just saying. Doesn't
remember.
mean maybe we didn't. Maybe we didn't. Maybe we didn't. You know what? Maybe we didn't. Maybe we didn't sleep
I don't-
together.
No, maybe not.
Maybe. But if we did, do you think it was good?
I mean, probably. No, stop.
Okay.
I'm gonna like reach into my bag and just start drinking again.
She, as you take a gulp, you see her kind of do one of these, like reach out for it with her hands, like
I'm gonna crack open another one and hand that to her.
she
Not
takes a
mine.
swig. She's like, should I ask my dad?
No, probably not.
No.
We should probably go. Important mission business.
Right. We're pirates. Let me leave my dad a note.
You
Let him
don't
know
have
we
to
went.
word it like that. We're.
I'm just gonna leave my dad a note. Let him know we left.
You better write that note very specifically to not mention anything. About.
Maybe he remembers what happened last night.
Maybe you should hang back and have that talk while I go very far that direction, just in case he doesn't like the flow of
Yeah.
conversation.
Okay.
I don't.
Dad! And like it hurts, and you just hear an from the other room. Dad, what happened last night? Well, I don't remember. Great.
They were making music.
We shot some varmint, we drank some moonshine, and now we're unfortunately gonna. God, my
Well,
fucking
if
head.
you
We're
did-
gonna have to go back to
All
work.
right, I love you, Dad. It was so good to see you. And she like starts walking out of the house. Do you follow? Or do you just stay in the house for a moment with that look?
Roll perception for wedding banners.
There are not any anywhere. You don't have to roll perception.
I'm just gonna stumble out like quietly. I'm gonna like make it look like I'm in as much pain as possible, so that she doesn't want to start a conversation about this, and just try to like silently and awkwardly make my way back. This is like the fucking walk of shame 2 times
For a
over.
reason.
Huh?
We did nickname her Talkative Trini for a reason, though.
Yeah, she can talk all she wants. Siam's. Oh no.
His ears go flat back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. As we're walking back. That's it.
Okay.
That's
And
all.
so you walk out the morning walk of shame.
Yep.
Next to arise, or maybe even earlier than that day.
Is it really shame? She's pretty fine.
I mean,
She fly AF.
There's more to a
Yeah,
woman than
like-
just her physical appearance.
of course.
I'm
She's
just
also
saying.
so sweet.
Yeah,
She's a sweetheart.
and she's strong. She's strong farm girl, man.
No, she's a chameleon. She's just trying to be like everybody else. I see through her. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Roll for fertility abuse.
Oh God, no.
Roll for fertility.
I mean, I'm cool with you rolling for that. Is that?
What did you guys bribe Mike before this session?
I said,
No,
Mike,
here's what
I said,
happened.
Mike, if you get Wade to impregnate a girl in game, I won't be there for the first 2 hours. And he's like, done.
To be
Done.
fair, that's a great trade-off.
That's
I would
Right?
Yeah. Really, if you want to know the real answer, girl talk happened, man.
great. That's four other things, but I.
So Kyle, you'll wake up next, followed by obviously Cora. Do you guys do anything in the morning?
I feel like I probably passed out in that room with the party. I probably passed out. I'm gonna go out and make breakfast.
Yeah.
And I make
Cora
enough
wakes up and
for
she's like
everyone.
passed out, and the other dude's passed out, and Tara's just sitting there watching over the two of them.
God, I just want to imagine you with like a party hat on.
Holding her ball.
Her vibro bulge with glowing red eyes. And a party hat.
And the smile.
Oh yeah, like the trying to smile.
Are amazing.
So you go to the
I'll be
kitchen,
like-
you make stuff.
Yeah.
Eventually, the other guy will rouse. Not too long after you do, and he actually, if Tara, are you still watching over him?
If Cora gets up and goes and gets coffee, she'll go.
Okay, cool.
Unless
Then you-
Cora told her to stay and watch him or something.
You
No.
partied in the room you were keeping him captive in.
Yeah.
Cool. So you don't even know. He wakes up and kind of gets.
I probably gather all the other droids and get them to leave as we're leaving in the morning.
And Kyle, what do you do when you wake up?
Honestly, just kind of like get up, realize everybody's doing their own clicky thing. Probably grab like my own food, and then head straight
Cora
to the
would have made
cockpit.
enough for everyone.
Probably head straight back to my room and wait until people are like, take us off, or actually probably even just leave the ship. Like
Here,
leave
take
and
this
go off
with
for a little
you.
while.
She puts a party hat on your head.
I knock it off my head as I walk out of the room.
That's so
Party
sad.
pooper.
I learned that word last night, I'm assuming.
Party
Totally.
pooper. It's because the dumb droids are party poopers. They're boring.
They wouldn't dance with me, so
They
I
would
called
not
them
dance.
party poopers.
Yeah. Perfect. Kyle, as you head into the city and maybe just try to walk the morning and just relax, you'll eventually pass Siam and Trini as they're making their way back, looking a little worse for wear.
I'm going to look at Siam. I'm going to make a quick little. What would this be? Let's see.
Perception. If you've ever seen, or maybe knowledge of Walk of Shame. Is there a Walk of Shame?
Yeah, there's Underworld. No.
Just a
So
perception.
you know what? Streetwise. How
There
many
you go.
purple?
Oh God, Streetwise 1.
This is a pretty obvious Walk of Shame.
Like they both look disheveled as all hell. That's a lot of successes, my dude.
Yep. So I imagine I will take that to strain as me. Like coming to the realization and then making a face, then snickering a little bit, and then being like, "Hey, Siam."
I'm gonna think the. Oh fuck.
And Trini, as you like saying hi,
Kyle. I'm like,
hey Kyle.
Trini, I think the Cora was kind of looking for you this morning.
We're ready to go. Yeah, we're heading back right now.
Yeah, go ahead. She's gonna go look for you. I need to talk to Siam about something.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll see you later. And she kind of waves and smiles like.
as
Pain-
soon
that
as she's out of
painful
earshot, as soon as she's
smile.
out of earshot, I'm gonna look at Kyle and be like, "Thank you."
Just, and I turn. And
I don't.
walk.
I'm gonna be like followed by like, I don't know if anything happened. We were both blackout drunk. They're dead. Moonshine.
Are you shouting this in the middle of the road?
I'm like trailing behind him, just like yelling moonshine.
I'm gonna just start saying word.
Yes.
Touche.
So good. That is so perfect.
As soon as he says that, I just turn around and like angrily and painfully start walking back to the ship.
I imagine like the people in town sitting on their front porch sipping
Yeah.
their lemonade and just like, I like it when out of towners come in here. They're real entertaining and stuff.
Oh God. Oh, I love this
no.
session so much. You have no idea. It's been great. All right. Overall, is there anything you guys wanted to do before you popped off this planet?
Go back in
There was a
time.
place here where there was like actual mechanical stuff as well, right?
Yeah, there was like a mechanics guy here.
Definitely also want to get some of Trini's family's moonshine.
I'm not worried about that. I'm going to
Yeah, me
I'm-
either.
I'm gonna head to the mechanics guy, and there's some stuff that I want to see if he has available
Sure.
at his shop. I'm willing to roll for a result on stream, but then ask you in secret place.
Okay, sure.
Hold on. So I will ask you in secret place.
We still need a couple
Totally
more dumb
obvious.
droids, don't we?
Where are you, Mike? How
I'll
are
just
you
do it.
not?
Can you just private me in Zoom?
Zoom? No, just
Because secret
Yeah, I
place means
suppose.
it'll probably pop up on chat if you want to keep it hidden from chat.
no. I can do
You can whisper
messages
to
in Discord.
DM.
Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever you want to do. Just tell me where you're doing it.
There it is.
In where? Discord? Okay, yep, got it. I like how you opened it with "yo," like I
it's
wasn't
'cause
ready
I-
for it.
No, that's because I was like, I can't find him, so I just went to LI, clicked on you, and I was like, I think if I just start typing, it brings me to the chat. Okay, it does.
I want to roll for that first to see if you can find that here specifically.
Sure.
What were you looking to roll? You said you wanted to roll.
It's not super restrictive.
Yeah. It's just this is the
but it's
backwater
not. It's
world.
exactly.
Yeah.
But it's like I imagine not easy to find.
You said you wanted to roll. Was it something you were looking to do?
Street-wise, I imagine.
Yeah, because that's where like yeah, that makes sense to me. On this planet, I would put that at hard, so 3 purple.
Should have kept Siam
No.
around. He's good at this.
And
No reds or anything like that.
no, but I'm gonna throw
Okay.
2 black dice in there because you're on a backwater world.
Sure, and I have nothing to counter those black dice.
Okay.
And I'm not going to spend a lifeside point for something like this.
Sure.
Oh yeah, we haven't been spending destiny points at all.
We've not done
It's
it.
Hey, I
Okay.
asked if I could spend one earlier.
Okay. What I will allow you to find, even with that roll, is one of the first.
Okay,
He has one
perfect.
spare of the first.
Okay, cool.
He'll sell it to you at like a 5% increase of normal price.
Sure, and I'll do that math later on and figure it out. Cool.
Okay. Other than that, is there anything else people wanted to do?
Eventually head back to the ship, head back to the captain's quarters.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go back in
resupply
time.
Get a pet cat. We need a pet cat on this.
They're off
this
drinking.
ship also needs a pet cat.
Just kidding.
Cut out Siam's alcohol habit.
As Kyle makes his way back onto the ship, everybody's mulling about doing their thing.
Oh no! I want to role play Trini telling me about her night with Siam.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Bad.
Sure.
Yeah, I kind of
So
want to
actually,
see.
yeah. So we'll actually pick up where Siam
To be
and
fair.
or Trini by herself is walking up on the ship.
To be fair, Night with Siam would be like 10 yellows.
I pick up the hat from the floor that
Colorblind?
Kyle threw, and I said "party pooper," and then I put it on her head instead.
Trini, she's like, "Oh, thanks, Tara.
No, I'll
You are
hear her.
welcome.
And,
I hope you like the hat.
Yep, love it. I'm gonna go lay down."
You should party with us.
She's like, I would. Oh, I don't think I could party for a little bit. Okay, just a few days.
Are you okay?
I just had too much to drink last night. Too much to drink.
Here, let me analyze you.
She is very a medical check of like average difficulty, a medicine check.
Okay, I'm probably gonna fail it.
It's pretty obvious. Don't worry.
It purple. Do I need to add
2
purples?
purple. 2 purple.
2 purples. Okay.
No, you know what? 1 purple. It's very obvious.
I'm a robot though.
True.
You've been around.
And you're not a
Siam.
medical robot either.
No, I'm not a medical robot. I'm probably gonna fail.
I
Ooh.
know you succeeded.
Wow.
Yeah. She looks drunk / hungover. You're not sure. She's somewhere around there.
Did you drink too much?
Yeah.
Here, you must stay hydrated.
And she, if you hand her like a glass of water, she'll drink it. She's like, I'm just gonna go
Yeah.
lay down. Gotta go lay down.
That is a
I
good
feel like-
idea. I will check up on you.
Thanks, Tara.
I feel like I would hear her come in and be like,
Oh, yeah.
Trini,
You
I
do.
have breakfast.
As you bring over breakfast, she's like,
Okay. No breakfast. All right. You okay?
I don't think Mike's
You
ever been
drank too
hungover.
much.
I've been
Yeah.
hungover,
I love greasy breakfast.
both
Yeah.
because of you.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. Twice? That's it?
Yes, that's the only times I've ever been drunk.
Oh, I'm not a good friend. I'm a terrible friend.
I did a whole series on YouTube. Where I was-
I think your cherry grew back. We need a.
But she just doesn't want, and the smell of food just makes her nauseous. I remember
Okay.
being very nauseous the morning after, smelling cooking coming from upstairs in Keith's house.
He's talking about the when he was pregnant.
Right, I guess when I was pregnant is what it was. But she goes to the room and she's like, do you follow her in? You want to talk to her, you said?
Well, no, I would definitely leave her alone if she was all hungover and miserable.
Before she's even ready to talk, Siam will make his way onto the ship as well.
Okay.
Shortly thereafter, actually. Siam clangs onto the ship, looking equally disheveled in his own right.
I'm gonna look
Hello,
around
Siam.
and see if like I see Trini right
I put a party hat on his head.
Thank you, Tara. Why? Why is
You must join us. We are partying.
Oh fuck. I mean
Stress.
I'd love to, but I don't I don't feel so good today.
You are also a party pooper. Give me back the hat.
Like, sadly, very sadly give back the hat.
Takes the hat back.
Can I not be a party pooper later tonight or something? Can we redo this conversation?
Can I scan him to see if he's what's wrong with him?
Same difficulty medicine check, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I fail.
Okay, you can't. Something's wrong with him, but you're not sure if it's drunkenness or not.
What is wrong with you? A scan does not
Too much to
tell
drink,
me.
not enough to remember, and too many questions.
Oh, were you drinking with Trini?
Why would you say that? What? Yes, her dad, too.
I scanned her, and she was hungover.
Yeah, that's a good observation, Tara. We drank a lot. We drank this morning. We shot rats, and everything else is fine. Everything's fine.
You partied without us.
You partied without me, clearly. You guys with your hats.
Affirmative.
Okay, good. I'm gonna.
Did you have hats, though?
No, your party seems much better. We'll party with you next time.
The weird smile thing comes back again.
I'm gonna go have some daymares in the cockpit.
Oh, I was hoping you'd go back in the room and she's in there too.
I think I would assume that she went that way, and I'm like the other
Oh,
way.
okay.
I'm going to the cockpit to like. I'm just gonna go sit out in the co-pilot seat and just like pass out.
God, I
Tara
want to
just
see
stands there
romantic
alone
things
with the
happen.
hat. All the
Hey,
hats.
Trinity's hat. I'm gonna keep my hat.
And eventually, Kyle, you are gonna return to the ship with your purchase. Do you say anything as well, Kyle, or do you just kind of make your way into the cockpit? When
I
you
would have.
Go to the cockpit.
Okay, go ahead. Cora.
I'm passed out in the co-pilot.
Hang on,
seat.
As
before
I
you-
had heard people come in, I would have been like, breakfast? I made breakfast.
I'll take some on my way to the yeah. Thank you, Cora. I would gladly take some breakfast.
Do you offer to Kyle when he comes in?
Yeah.
Oh, I come in. I just like, no, and I'll go into the captain's
The
quarters.
elm was drinking with Trini.
Really?
Yes, they were partying. Without us.
You know, I think that's okay.
They did not have hats, though.
Yeah, our party was probably way better.
Yes, very cool.
Very cool. Star Wars, very cool. I hope someone gets that reference.
This episode is I'm dying.
Roll to see if you knocked up Trinity throughout the night. Fail, fail, fail.
No, we're not making that roll. I just determined that as DM. And eventually, you will all leave the planet after some shore leave, some much-needed shore leave, after a rather stressful few days.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, I probably would have.
This is the worst.
Why was it?
Would have
well,
actually, before we took off, gone to talk to Zoltan
Sure.
to be like, do you think there's any way that you could do any research from this planet?
You have to understand, if you want me to get into Imperial archives, I would need to do it on an Imperial ship.
I trust you. I'm just asking you to bend your mind muscle and think if there might be any way that you can find out anything from here.
Not from this backwater world.
Okay. Breakfast.
Thank you.
You've been breakfasted.
I have accepted the breakfasting. And he starts to
Wait, the break fisting?
the breakfasting.
You've accepted some fisting?
Some
What's going on?
break
Oh my
fisting.
gosh.
All right. And on that, a ship will lift off with Scott at the helm, a passed out Siam in the co-pilot seat with a half-eaten breakfast somewhere on the dashboard, R2, R4 nearby as well, and with the Imperial prisoner locked away, and everybody on their way back towards Byblos. I think that's a good place to call the session for the day.
It's a terrible place to call the session.
Yeah, I'm
Ac-
sad. I'm not done.
Actually, well,
And in the background, you hear,
Word, word, word.
Of course,
word.
as the ship is going further away, the word
Can
goes
you put
quieter and
the, yeah,
quieter.
Mike-
the Doppler
Mike-
effect on it? Yeah.
Do you realize how I didn't even get to play my 2 campaigns this morning because I had shit I had to do all day.
I'm sorry, man.
Do you realize how my session last night ended?
No.
The game I was a part of last night, like it was super fucking depressing.
Okay.
And then you're just like, oh hey, let's put Kyle in a bad spot and leave that there. Thanks, buddy. Thanks.
No, you put yourself in a bad
no,
spot.
no, that's cool.
How did I put you in a bad spot?
It's cool. It's cool. Fine.
How did I
No,
put you in a
that's
bad
cool.
spot? You and
Whatever,
Cora
man.
were fighting before the end of last session. That just continued into this session.
Actually, we weren't. Cora had bad thoughts, and I didn't have an opportunity to address them because I wasn't aware of them yet.
Well, she didn't give you a chance. She didn't even try and talk to you. She literally just walked away.
Yeah, the first time you guys actually really talked was when you came out just
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, she walked away. So,
You didn't want the recap though. You were like, no, I'm gonna flow with it.
it's all right.
Maybe next time you'll just be here on time.
I
Also,
personally,
I would have talked it out with you if you had been here, but I didn't want to have that discussion with Kyle without you being Kyle.
Oh yeah.
you
No,
know?
that's
for
fine.
sure. I for one, quite enjoyed this session,
Me too. It
particularly
was,
the last 2 hours or so.
I don't know, the girl talk thing.
The
was
girl
pretty
talk
fun.
thing was pretty great.
Long boob.
But we'll be back with Faded in the Stars next week. Yeah, no breaks in between for this one. Or-
Yay!
I won't be
Two
there
in
for
a
next.
row. Is
Two
it
in a
my
row.
birthday?
What, Maggie?
I won't be there for one of them that's coming up.
Just let us know which one. We'll make it work. Are you
I
trying
think
to tell me that there's going to be a session where Tara can't be there to defend them?
I
Yeah.
mean, that sounds nice.
It does sound great.
I almost feel like I know a reason why that might happen.
We will stay on a ship in the middle of nowhere and not do anything.
You just do nothing.
I'll have
But
some more moonshine with Trini.
But we will have Dark Sun tomorrow night as well. So if you want more D&D here on Lost Initiative, we will be back tomorrow. Thank you.
Hopefully that campaign ends. The session ends. Sorry, with like me beating you up or something, so I can feel good at the end of the session. I need a little pick me up. You
Listen,
know?
man, there have been countless sessions where you as the DM have obliterated my character's emotions over and over and over again. So
Yeah, but that's fun.
I've lived I've lived that life through you.
I have
many,
cried
many
multiple
times.
times in campaigns.
Yeah.
It is a thing that can happen. And not because anyone died.
I
Well,
don't think I've ever cried.
well, actually people did die and I did cry over that too, but
when
there were times
when X's character died.
She cried. Dave cried. I
Which was
don't
weird.
cry.
That one was weird.
Well, that
Mathis is too manly to
at
cry.
that
No.
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 that weird like 1
Yeah.
year chunk of that campaign
Yep.
was very uncomfortable.
Mhm.
Specifically for me.
And changing topics.
I want to know why.
Oh,
And
Lord.
that's all. So, Doxy, where can we find you this week?
yeah.
Damn it.
I think this will be the first episode that I won't be on ever
Yeah, it's true.
for
Is
Lost
that next-
Initiative.
Is that next week?
Yeah.
Next week
I'll
you
check.
won't be here.
I'll see because I'm going to be in the UK. We'll see what time it is and
All right, cool.
I'll figure it out.
When Thonk died, we all cried. Somebody said, and I think I told Scott, but I've never said on stream before. Somebody commented, "Thonk was chaotic good. Prove him wrong." And I was like,
Oh,
That's
that
genius.
was so funny. And
Yeah.
yes, I could easily prove that wrong. But
Oh,
Was
I
it the
could be
murder?
Wrong. He did some desecration of good things.
he was awful in every way. It's like, why don't we just do some Mystery Science Theater 3000
I
shit?
feel like he was lawful good.
What?
awful good. That was a
So-
complete-
Or lawful evil. Sorry.
Oh, well, yeah,
lawful evil. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what he was.
Sorry.
He actually was. He was in fact lawful evil.
Well, talk about lawful evil characters. Siam, or should I say Wade? Wade, where can we find you?
Wade's.
Siam is
Not-
chaotic evil or lawful
not-
evil. He killed a cop.
He didn't know it was a cop. He thought it was a person looking for them.
Yeah, he's just paranoid. He's not
True.
evil.
He was paranoid. He didn't know.
He thought the badge was a toy. You know.
They didn't show me a badge. They were undercover.
Sure.
Where can you not drinking moonshine
Mm-hmm.
ever again? And tomorrow I'll be back here for the Darksun campaign playing Mortifer. Other than that, I'm on YouTube, Lord Minion 777, Twitch. I hope to come back to, for the love of God, Minion 777 very soon. I need to stream again, and I don't know, raising puppies and
Yay,
We
puppies.
need the puppies again.
Game.
Oh, yeah, I can give away the pups on this time. I'm sorry about that. Maybe
all
next
good.
next time.
Maybe next time. Awesome. Doxy, where can one find you?
Oh, hi, I'm Zero Doxy. You can find me at twitch.tv/ZER0DOXY. I do another tabletop campaign on Tuesday nights, which is yesterday. It's called Kids on Bikes. Scott's there. It's a fun time. Also, super secret, will be coming to a channel near you some fated Saturday.
Hooray.
Some
Your
faded
future.
Saturday.
And Maggie, what about you? What are you doing this week?
Hey, you guys can find me at Margaret Crone in all of the places. I stream every day on Twitch except for Fridays, and I upload new gameplay videos on Margaret Crone Plays. The last one is freaking hilarious if you're into The Sims. The editing on that is just, it's the funny shit. So enjoy that. And I got lots of stuff. I do a lot of tabletop RPG action. I do a lot of other gaming. Come hang out. Come have fun. It's good times.
He's good times.
Very good times.
And Scott, other than today where you could be found almost nowhere.
Assimilate.
Before that, I do need to. I don't know. Wrath Among Us is asking that we allow Mortifer to get somebody pregnant by the end of next session. Maybe we should make that a Patreon goal.
There you go.
Like Jack is more likely to get somebody pregnant. Jack is a thirsty boy.
No, Jack is a virgin. You
He's
know,
a thirsty boy.
yeah, he's thirsty because he's never had a drink. He's
Yeah, and he's a virgin, so he's the more likely to get someone pregnant.
Yes.
Because he doesn't know what he's doing.
He got a ring. He's engaged.
That's
But-
right. I'm
Yeah.
engaged.
Mortifer doesn't give a
Oh
shit
yeah,
about
that's right. You
that.
got the snake ring. You're
Yeah.
totally engaged.
If
Sweet.
Mortifer gets excited, he's likely to use enlarge and just kill whoever. It's not a good thing.
This is like a Superman kind of moment. You know what I mean? With the now. So, anyways, that should be a Patreon tier whether or not Mortifer gets somebody pregnant.
That's
I'm
not.
cool with
That's
that.
not to you guys. It's mine. Yeah, I control him. Mine.
You know what? You say that,
Consent.
but can you make a
Yeah,
will save?
yeah.
Consent.
Two-way
Make a-
street.
No, make a will save. Because compel is a subcategory.
Who's gonna
so I still
compel me to
score.
fuck someone?
So you can find me at delrick.com. All the fun little links are there.
Oh God, I know who.
Dominic secretly wants to fuck you.
Oh, you're fucked tomorrow, buddy. I'm sorry. I know what's happening. Oh fuck.
It better not be Leviath.
Oh no, it's not. I promise. It's a character that always shows up in every campaign at least once.
What's that? I don't
Oh,
know,
the creepy lady.
Manifest.
No.
I don't know if that's
fun.
going to happen.
Good luck. Good
Well,
luck.
time to make a new character sheet because Mortifer's gonna hit himself in the head with his
Do you
mallet.
want a potion of enlarge?
No.
Enlarge extremities.
Enlarge extremity?
Oh, Jesus.
Mortifer's out.
Delrick.com. Moving on.
All right, that'll be it, everybody. We'll be back
I'm like
tomorrow
Robin ticket.
with some Dark Sun. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate all the bits that were thrown at us, the subscriptions, the Patreon supporters, and all that good stuff. We love you so much, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Help me.
No one can help you. Wait, it's too late. You're clear.